Greetings, it is I, Category Jinro, your resident werewolf VTuber, and welcome back to the Moonlight Brew, where we serve coffee as well as adult beverages. Would you like a coffee or adult beverage, my little wolfie? So, as you can see, today we are going to be jumping back into Sanctuary in Diablo 4, continuing on with Season 3 of Diablo 4, aka Season of the Construct. We're going to be playing our Necromancer yet again, because that's the class I picked for the season, so we're going to be jumping into it. I did get a lot of good loot this time, Wolfies. Like, I've been grinding a little bit offline, or off stream, I should say, in an attempt to get better loot so that we could have at least endgame-ish gear. And believe it or not, I don't want to do that. Do I have Steam open in the background? Usually if I have Steam open, that will do it. No, okay, I didn't. So I don't know why I start there. Alright. So, we're going to show off some new loot we got. I got everything that I necessarily would need for truly mid to end game build. Like, the only difference with some of these items is that I would like them obviously at the highest tier, which doesn't unlock until World Tier 4. We're close to getting towards World Tier 4. I usually like to do that at exactly level 70 when I have like the best rolls available in World Tier 3 gear. So we're going to be doing a lot of the seasonal stuff, but before we really get too far into it, let me show you our new acquisition. We did get, finally, a Deathless Visage. So basically what this says is Bone Spear leaves behind echoes as it travels that explode, dealing 629 damage, increased by 5% for every 30% of your critical strike bonus. This is really good, and since we already abused critical strike in this particular build, we have that. Also, we have not so much this, although Mother's Embrace is kind of okay, but we did get the ring that I was looking for. That is the Ring of Sacrilegious Soul. Basically what this says is you automatically activate the following equipped skills on corpses around you: Ray Skeleton every 1.8 seconds, Corpse Explosion every 1.8 seconds, and Corpse Tendrils every 14 seconds. So that's going to make life much, much easier. We have to pick which one we're going to get rid of. Right now, I'm leaning towards deal 5% increased damage for each second you stand still, because I don't stand still quite often with this particular build, so it's going to be fine. We're going to swap. Even though it wants me to swap that ring, we're not going to do that. We're going to swap this one instead. I know it has better rolls with critical strike damage, but, you know, if we really wanted to, what we could do is we could swap this ring out. Which is kind of fine for the moment. We could switch here, so we could just put back some critical strike and the distance enemy. And that'll kind of mitigate some of those things. And we'll hold on to this. I'll put it in favorite. We're not going to use this yet, because it wouldn't make a whole bunch of sense. Let's put the topaz in there. Alright, so we have really good gear now. Unfortunately, we're going to have to be swapping it pretty soon again. Other things that I could need is a really good set of gloves that's a unique. That could help tremendously, as well as there's a good pair of boots, if I recall correctly. So there's still things that we need to make this build even better, but it's going to take some time, Wolfies. It's going to take some time. So what we're basically going to be doing is basic farming today. We really don't have too many things we could really truly go after at the moment. We're just kind of gearing out. I did finish Journey Chapter 4 for the seasonal journey. I did get all the free cosmetics in terms of like actual cosmetics that you can wear for this season. None of them are particularly amazing, but it's something. Now we're on the Slayer half of the seasonal journey, which I don't really go too hard in these things, because the rewards are not particularly things that I care about. I just kind of care about getting my character to level 100. Also, a lot of the stuff is just stuff that we would naturally do within the season, you know, so we'll get there eventually. I mean, we've mostly been doing it naturally. We've done some of this already too. So we've been doing stuff. Quite a bit of stuff. You know, so that's like the slow cook, slow burn. So I think what we're going to do for now is we're going to do some nightmare dungeons. Let's pop one of these potions. Okay. And we'll kind of mix it up between nightmare dungeon runs as well as doing, for all intents and purposes, some of the Grim Favors. Because Grim Favors aren't necessarily great, but they're not necessarily amazing for this season, just because, like, they've Still got the same type of XP buffs, but they get kind of boring. I am playing also during the Mother's Embrace XP event. So there's like, I think 2 times the XP that you get for things. So Nightmare Dungeons would probably be the way to go for that. Oh, this is perfect. So now you're going to notice we're really, really OP with this build now. It's like, it basically chooses what my corpses are going to be now. Like, oh, I gotta actually stand in the middle here because if not I'll get killed. So we actually have options now, which I love the fact that now we have options. And I get to like mostly hang back and just use my bone spears and let everything else kind of play out there. We've got a really strong now, Wolfies. A really strong, powerful bone spear corpse explosion build. I will do a build video on this because I think this is a good enough type of build that could really carry you truly to endgame thanks to all the buffs that they've done. We are experiencing some rubber banding. Hopefully it's not going to affect us run too much here, Wolfies. Alright, because, you know, Diablo IV has a lot of random rubber banding in it. You see that pretty much most things now are just going to delete it. In fact, we're probably going a little too quick even. And we have like extra minions too, so this is where the game starts to become really free and we start to break things tremendously. Just because since I don't have to worry about firing off the corpse explosions myself, and it's going to automatically do it every 1.8 seconds when there's a corpse, like, I can still do it if I need to. We got to get in there. Fine. But you see how strong we've gotten in just the course of a little amount of time, hopefully. Wait on this. Okay. Good. So here, basically, we're trying to find the free pedestal things to put them there to be able to fight the boss. But, like, really with this build now, you just kind of use critical strikes as much as possible. In fact, I could make this build even a little bit more broken if I have an extra slot. I gotta look. Because I could do something with my blood surges. Just to kind of do a little bit extra. Like, the rig really is what makes this build, along with the Deathless Viciad. And the fact that we could add the gloves to make it a little bit even more broken of a corpse explosion type of experience. It's gonna be interesting here. Okay, let's wait on that. Maybe I'm gonna hold them in with a corpse surrender if I have a second. Okay, let's move back. Okay, good. Summon a minion. Let's watch out. Oh, that's my little minion guy there, dude. So, mostly today is mostly hardcore grinding. Not with a hardcore character, but just kind of getting ourselves better situated for World Tier 4. Don't believe we're going to do World Tier 4 today. Because I don't think we're going to be ready for Elias. I could be wrong. Because the Echo of Elias, unless he's been nerfed, like the first capstone dungeon boss, he's going to be quite a challenge to deal with. Man, I can't tell you how great it is to have that ring after so long. Because, like, that ring is really what makes or breaks your seasonal journey, particularly. And Necromancer's a really good class. Like, people don't understand how freaking good the Necromancer is. Way better than they even were in Diablo 3. This build right now kind of reminds me of like a souped up version of Masquerade of the Burning Carnival, for those of you who are familiar with Diablo 3. Definitely feels like that type of build right about now, just because of the powered up bone spears as well as massive amounts of corpse explosion that are going on. I have to run back here because this is just part of the Nightmare Dungeon theme. Every Nightmare Dungeon that you click into, for those of you who probably are not aware of this, has its own set specific theme. So, like, ever so often you'll either get like an attack increase, extra elemental damage that you can dish out. Can I pick that up? Okay, I wasn't too sure. Let me wait on this one, please. 3, 2, 1, go. A lot of rubber banding, which I'm not happy to see this early on. We just gotta take this back to the pedestal. We gotta find 3 more. This is gonna be one of those longer dungeons. I actually hate this particular dungeon layout for Nightmare Dungeons, because it's not the most fun to do, because you're really having to travel quite a distances just to be able to get stuff. But at the plus side too, we're gonna get a lot of mobs here, or a lot of density, so we'll be able to level up quite a bit. Okay, good. Wait on that. Nice. Feeling very good right now. I feel incredibly more powerful than I did last night, all thanks to one ring. It's amazing how one piece of gear, if you have it, can really determine whether a build is going to be ready for big time. I think I have a corpse tundra there to pull him in for vulnerable damage. Okay. Good. Let me hide back here like a coward. Probably use a potion there while we're at it too. Okay, good. I'm gonna keep applying pressure. Got another Paragon point. We're not gonna do Paragon in the middle of a dungeon because that's just what a bad player would do. We're gonna wait till we're finished out here. Might have gotten gurgling head from that. That's surprising considering that's usually something that you don't see. Let's go here. Good. We do have to still be a little bit cautious. Although we're very powerful, we can get a little bit too aggro. And if we do that, that will cost us the run entirely. We need 2 more pedestals here. Good. Let's keep that nice and tight. And I'll show you the build in a video because I am planning to cover it now that I've kind of perfected the build, so to speak. Ow, I got hit by the lightning because that stupid enemy threw up a wall at the most perfect time. I can't really get mad at that, but I can. Just a little. Like, I shouldn't be getting mad at it because it's part of the game, but man, that was like a perfect opportunity there. The enemy knew what it was doing. I'm back because there's too many of them. Okay, let's wait. Okay, let's go back in here. We don't want to get hit, especially since it looks like we were the vulnerable status there for a second. Alright, there's the stone carving. We gotta take this back and put it in the pedestal. And then there's one more left after it. This is gonna be a fight back there. The ring is so freaking good, I can't tell you. Like, that, I highly recommend you use the ring for your build. Because without it, like, that's what really truly makes the build so useful. Because you're not have to worry about auto, you know, everything's auto done for you. So it gives you more time to focus on the actual enemies and using your bone sphere, and less time having to worry about, like, wasting resources. Because if I'm not mistaken, when it does do the things that it summons, it doesn't waste any of your essence truly. So it gives you more essence to be able to attack our enemies, because you see those corpse explosions usually will cost me some essence. So hold up here a second, we don't want to get killed. Boom. Okay, we wait. Let's move forward again. But having a fun time so far. Like, I don't care for the seasonal theme, and I'm gonna stick to that sentiment even throughout the rest of the season, because I don't like the seasonal theme. I don't think it's a great seasonal theme. I don't think trap dungeons are particularly the way you should go with the season. I don't ever want to see a trap dungeon in Diablo again, ever, because I just don't feel like it fit the theme. I expect that in platforming games. I don't expect that in my dungeon crawler. So less of that would be nice from the devs. I think the devs, for the most part, know that. A lot of people were not particularly fond of the season. I want to see more fun seasons like Season 2 with the vampires, because I felt like that was a very fun, because like the overworld seasonal thing was very similar to a Helltide, but you got much better loot. And you can't necessarily say the same for Vaults, because the Vaults themselves are just not fun to go through. Like, with having to use the Zoltan cool charges and use a corpse explosion there. Okay, good. Mostly auto-deleting thing. Was there a... It's funny how on my map it said I had a legendary dropping that wasn't actually dropping their own things. Alright, let's go. We can pretty much just delete everything at this point. Like, at this point, I think the gear that we have is perfect. That all we have to do is basically upgrade it, max out their stats if we wanted to. And then we won't swap it till we get to World Tier 4 and see truly the drops that we want. Alright, we found the last pedestal. Let's take out these frets. Let me use Blood Search here. Just gives me a little bit of insurance that I don't take any damage. Okay, good. Perfect. Let's wait on this. We're really abusing Vulnerable as a status effect, too. Ah, speaking of status, I got status there, Wolfies. I got, like, stunned there for a second. That could have been bad. That would have been our death. Okay. Let's get that health. Let's wait there a second. Cool. Summoning our minion. Nice. Let's grab this. I just use it for extra materials, Wolfies. Ah. Right when I check the map, too. That's the irony. Let me get the rawhide, because you'd be surprised, but you need a lot of those tiny little materials. Get more gold. I mean, I do like the extra gold buffs for the season because it kind of helps with like respecting your, you know, your builds and also being able to afford some of the more costly things like upgrading your gear. But wow, we took out everything in this area. Not one enemy did we leave. Very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. Let's put the pedestal here. Is this gonna be the end, or are we actually gonna fight a boss? I don't remember if we fight a boss here. Probably a boss, I would assume. Some corpse tendrils if I can. Yeah, pull them all together. Alright, yeah, we are gonna fight a boss. And this boss is not gonna be happy because we can do some very powerful things against it. So this is basically what we're gonna be doing for the next 2 hours. Fighting nightmare dungeon runs, and we'll do the occasional. This is what also makes the ring so powerful, because now I don't have to... I could just micromanage how I'm going to deal with the boss. And the minions have gotten a significant buff this season, in the middle of the season, which made this life so much easier. Alright. I don't need that. We definitely don't need blue paint. We definitely don't want any blue materials. We don't really need that. What is this? Oh, look at that! We got a... That's a special, like, trophy. That's nice to see that. I didn't even know I had that. Just to show you how much I was paying attention to my runs off stream. Once I saw the good loot, let's put that maxed out corporal, because that comes in clutch. Exploit. I think that's good for now. Let's go back. We'll get rid of this loot. And we'll just continue, Wolfies. We'll just continue grinding. This is what we're going to be doing for the next 2 hours. So it's not going to be, obviously, the most fanciest of things. If you're not really a fan of dungeon crawlers, I can understand that you're probably going to get lost in the sauce. But we're just trying to get more powerful so we can move on to the highest tier of difficulties, basically, which is World Tier 4. To do that, basically, we're just trying to min-max our gear so that we can make the Elias fight not, like, miserable for us. See what gear we have here. Let's look. That I'm gonna keep, because that could be useful to just extract it. 18 all stats, bone skill damage. That's kind of good. I'll hold on to that for now. 39. That's better than this, but it doesn't have the stats that I want. 37. Don't have the stats I want. Don't need that. Don't need that. Minions increase damage. Don't need that. I have a lot of those already. Blood Lance. I don't use Blood Lance, so we'll just salvage that. Don't really need that either. 78 blood skill. We're using blood build. That would be good, but I don't know using that. That would have been great if I don't already have better stats on my gear. Skills deal up to 15% increased damage. Primary resource. Edgemaster. I'm gonna extract that. Most of these things I think I have to extract. Goodbye the boots. Okay, blood mist. That's what I wanted to do. I had a slot for it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this to the blacksmith, who I think is down around this corner. We'll get rid of some of that stuff. If we have enough resources, we might do a couple rolls at the purveyor, I think, or purveyor of curiosities. So I am trying to get a specific pair of gloves for this build. So I want to test them out. I don't know if they're going to work perfectly for it, but I won't know until I try. I only have 37 or 372. I don't want to do that then. Let's go over here. We'll talk to the occultist. We're just extracting things, Wolfies, okay? So I don't have an Edgemaster one. That'll come in handy. Let's see. That could be useful later on. I have the gold, so I can afford to do stuff like this, in case you're wondering. I can't... Blood mist leaves... I can't... Oh, because I favorited it. Hold on. Sometimes as you favorite things, it won't let you extract it, which I think is kind of stupid, but... part of the game. Can't hate part of the game, right? What else do we keep? 12. Minions increase. We're gonna extract the majority of this stuff, just so you know. Bone skills. I don't need that one though. Let's see, that one I'm gonna extract. Let's see, what else here? Okay, those are going extracted. So we'll take the gloves first. Then we'll use the vampire powers. Never have enough of those. Did not let me do it?
One form to
Okay.
another.
That was a little bit of server lag there. It's fine. Let's keep extracting stuff that we need. Those are hard to come by. That's why I don't want to... I don't know if I'm going to use the vampire powers. But never hurts to have them.
Bone to dust.
What's this? Vulnerable. That one might be useful, actually. Because I do abuse vulnerable here. Get that.
What is done
Alright.
is done.
Good. Let me look at my gear in case I can augment something here with that. No, we're gonna keep the minions. We're gonna keep that. The pants. Minions get increased damage reduction. Your maximum number of skeletal warriors. I think we're good with what we have for now. But I save it because you never know when you're gonna need something else, right? Let's go back into here because I do want to put the gear that I'm not gonna be using right now away. Because I don't want to waste it then later on. Or accidentally salvage it, you know, in the heat of the moment. Alright, so this is where I keep a lot of this stuff. And then, like, I keep all the uniques here that I'm not going to actually use with these. So we want to put the ring there. The rest of this stuff can stay with me because it's not absolutely necessary that I keep that in a box right now. So we'll do... Let's check our season if we can. Let's see what we got here. It's gonna be a while before I get anything else. So let's do another nightmare dungeon. We're not gonna pop the potion right now. Increase critical strike. That sounds fun. All right. The good thing about this is now you teleport to the nightmare dungeons at tier 9. That'll be useful. With the experience bus, it's probably the best to do nightmare dungeons. So the fastest you can do these, the better. We could do the overworld event thing too, like for the season, but I've seen some good drops. Actually got my drops off of that area, but the thing about it is I have to do a lot of stuff to be able to summon the boss guy. And right now, like to try to roll for the gloves, I don't think it's going to be necessary. Okay, let's go through here. So what's the theme here? We just get increased critical strike damage on our end, so there's no negative drawback for this. What's our mission here? We gotta free the prisoner. That works for me. Oh, there's a portal though. We're gonna have to deal with that portal for quite a bit. That's gonna be a little bit of a nuisance. Alright. That's fine. Let's go get our gold with these. Seeing some rubber banding. Hopefully that'll subside. Okay, good. Not gonna really waste too many resources. Sure, got enough minions here. Alright, let's take out those frats. Most of these guys are gonna be easy to take down. Very, very easy, this dungeon. Actually, this is one of the better ones to run into. We're fighting the knights from the story. Oh wow, my minions took care of it already. Interact with this. You're welcome, sir. The cool thing is most of the stuff the minions can take out a lot of these guys, so I can kind of sit back and let them do most of the work. Okay. You're welcome. This game's netcode is terrible, I will be honest with you, Wolfies, because look at that amount of rubber banding. I don't think I'm going to go full 2 hours today if this keeps up. I might just go like for an hour and a half, depending. That's what I think I don't like about this particular Diablo game. It's always online and their servers really suck. You know, if I wanted to play an always online Diablo game, I would play Diablo Immortal. Which I'm kind of actually mad about because Diablo Immortal is going to actually get Diablo featured in it. He's actually going to show up over the course of the next year in Diablo Immortal. And Diablo's not even in, spoiler alert for people who don't know, is not in Diablo 4, at least at the moment. Maybe in the expansion, but that kind of makes me annoyed. It's like, how is the spin-off game get Diablo, but the actual Diablo game doesn't get Diablo? How's the mobile game get Diablo in it? And Diablo 4 doesn't even have any of them yet. I think the next like expansion seems like it's going to be Mephisto. And personally, for me, Mephisto is my least favorite of the primevals. Just because I've never felt like he was a threat in Diablo 2. Like, if you told me we had Bale coming back, that's a different story. I felt like Bale was the worst of all the threats. Just because he was able to, for those of you who know, he was able to play the field in the story of Diablo 2 and trick, you know, the guy who's doing the narration for it, Marius, to giving the Soul Stone, which just set all of things in motion for the expansion, Legacy of Darkness. So, you know, to me, Bale is like the coolest Diablo villain. Because Diablo himself is not very smart. Although in Diablo 3, he kind of had an okay plan as to how he was going to resurrect himself. I am curious how he's going to resurrect himself in Diablo 4 eventually. Because you know it's a matter of time. He'll probably be like the last expansion for the game. And then they'll be like, hey, guess what? Diablo's back. Alright. Got another Paragon. That's good. We're not going to do this. Let me move back because there's a guy here waiting for me to ward in at the key. How nice of him to just like show up here so I don't have to travel halfway across the map to deal with him. I do have to heal though. You wait on that. Okay. He's going down. That was actually very convenient. I didn't have to run around for him to get the key. So that's why, again, I said I like this particular dungeon layout. This is actually one of my more favorite ones too. Just because there's not as much like density in terms of the mobs, so you can't really kill a whole bunch of things to get a whole bunch of experience points. But it's definitely more comfortable in terms of what you got to do in terms of the objective. Like here, all we have to do is travel to the cancel fees, so we can like kill things at our leisure. We don't have to really run around too much per se. Man, that ring really makes a difference, Wolfies. I can't tell you how much of a difference that ring truly makes for Corpse Explosion. Being able to like summon things when we need to summon. It's cool. Let me watch out for the portal. And my minions take care of that portal really quickly, so I don't have to worry about it. Like, Necromancer just feels like very fun to play once you got like the mid-game stuff ready for it. Alright, good job. And we can make our minions even more buff, which is what I'm planning to do with the Paragon board, in case you haven't figured it out yet. Let's wait on this. And we could even power up our Bone Spear more and our Bone Skill, so there's a lot we can do. Let me wait on this. That's what I'm going to try to do, is pull them as many of them in. Okay, let's move back here a little, because we are getting a little too aggro, and some of those have AoE effects that will one-shot us if we get too greedy. Case in point, that one there. Make sure we have enough minions. Okay, good. We have 2 extra skeletal mages and 2 extra skeleton warriors, in case you're wondering, well, how am I able to summon this many? That's some of the aspects that I picked. Because I really wanted to kind of lean heavily into like minion, Bone Spear, Corpse Explosion. All the best things of what a Necromancer really did effectively, not only in Diablo, but, well, Diablo 2, as well as Diablo 3. We just gotta find our way to the council. We'll get there eventually. It's okay to detour too, because we want to get as much experience points here as possible. So if we kill everything, this is better for us. Unfortunately, Diablo 4, you just can't really speed farm through dungeons as much as you'd like to until you get to like level 100, because obviously dynamic scaling plays a part in Diablo 4, which makes it harder to like just run through things like you used to be able to do in Diablo 3, which is, you know, I prefer to be able to speed through things because I like to have fast and efficient runs, but, you know, the devs wanted a slower version of a Diablo game. I don't necessarily agree with that, because I feel like this is even slower than... We're gonna do this because this is a lot of experience points we can get here too. And there's a possibility we'll get some good chests that could give us a decent drop. And nothing here is really gonna give me too much of a headache to deal with, as you see, because I feel like we're killing the enemies quicker than they can actually spawn, which is funny. That's hilarious. This is one ring really breaks the game. Not really breaks it like when it's like unfair and busted, but like really makes the build so effective. Okay, let's go. Thank you. Do we have a sigil I can pick up right now? Maybe. Pick up those boots. I don't really need those boots. Right now I'm only looking for a boot that would be a unique. As well as gloves that would be a unique. Man, that ring just comes in clutch. It's like it read my mind as to exactly what I wanted to do. And I'm here for it, Wolfies. Alright, good. Just keep applying some pressure. We saved everybody? Oh, there's only 2 people left. Oh, we did it. We got the master. All we had to do was keep 2 people alive. Where's the boss? Is that it? It's for the hostages? Yeah, I deserve a reward. Alright, what do we get? Chest, radiant chest. Did it drop anything good? So we got a Troubles. For Troubles was a ring. Not even a good ring, man. You disappoint me, game. No, because I don't like those stats on it. I have a lot of those. 14. Not the stats I would want to see. Blood Mist isn't necessarily bad to power up, but everything in this build is about bone skills and vulnerable damage and critical strike damage. So you just want to buff those particular areas to make yourself as strong as possible. Okay, that got deleted. Let's wait. Go through here in a second. Get good. Just cut through. Nice. Sweet. It's like the game reads my mind as to what I want to summon. I actually wasn't summoning the Corpse Center, but it was like came out in the perfect rotation there. Get good. Pick that up. It'll speed up what we're trying to accomplish just a little bit more. Here's the boss. This boss is gonna get... Oh! Hold on, this one boss is not gonna get deleted quickly. This is one of the bosses that's pretty hard to deal with in this game. I say that as all my minions start to auto-delete everybody. Holy crap. How long did that take on that boss? How long was that, Wolfies? I think that boss fight was maybe 20 seconds, 15 seconds at best.
I cannot carry more.
I'm telling you, when people make fun of me and think that I don't know what I'm talking about in Diablo, but let's just go over this build real quickly for a second so you can see exactly what we're rocking here. So, this is the Corpse Explosion Bone Spear minion build for Diablo IV, Wolfies. I'm going to go over it really quickly if you want to copy this. So, what you're going to want is 1 point into Bone Splinters, then you put a point into Enhanced Bone Splinters, you put a point into Initiate Bone Splinters. Moving down from here, in your core skills, you're going to want 5 points into Bone Spear, 1 point into Bone Spear's Enhanced Bone Spear, 1 point into Supernatural Bone Spear because we're going to be vulnerable with this particular build. Everything else here, you're not necessarily taking except for the passives. So we're going to take 3 points into Unliving Energy so we can increase our maximum essence. Then we want 3 points into Imperfectly Balanced. Your core skills cost 9 more essence, but they deal 15% more increased damage, which is very important for this build. Then from here, this you can choose if you want to use it or not. I like it in particular. I have 3 points into Hued Flesh. Your damage has up to 12% chance to create a corpse at the target's location. This is very important because we want to have a way to constantly summon minions, particularly, and also abuse the ring that we have on this particular gear. From here, moving downward, we have our Corpse and Maccabee skills. Here, we're just going to want 1 point into Blood Mist. We're not putting anything into its extras. From here, we're going to want 5 points basically through the use of gear into Corpse Explosion, but realistically what you want is 1 point into Corpse Explosion, 1 point into Enhanced Corpse Explosion, 1 point into Blighted Corpse Explosion. But in your gear, if you can, get Corpse Explosion buffs to like at least 5. I highly recommend it because it helps tremendously with what you're trying to do. From there, we want 3 points into Skeletal Warrior Mastery. That way they have more life and can do more damage because they did buff the minions in Season 3 for the mid-season patch. Then from there, 3 points into Grim Harvest, where it, as you can see here, consuming a corpse generates 6 essence. Then from there, 3 points into Fueled by Death. You deal 9% increased damage for 6 seconds after consuming a corpse. Moving down from here, what we're going to want is in our curse skills, we're not taking any curses, we're just interested in the passives. So we're going to take 3 points into Death's Embrace. Basically, close enemies take 6% more damage from you, and you deal 12% less damage to you. And then from here, we want Skeletal Mage Mastery here. 3 points into this, increase your damage and life of your Skeletal Mages by 60%. Then from here, Death's Approach. 3 points into this, you gain 12% movement speed, which becomes very, very handy because, you know, Necromancers are a little bit slow. And then moving into your Corpse and Maccabee skills here. Again, you want 1 point into Corpse Tendrils. But I have gear that's putting +5 into all gears, so that's why I have +5 here. 1 point into Enhanced Corpse Tendrils. Enemies who are in range of Corpse Tendrils are slowed by 50% before being pulled. And then we want 1 point into Plagued Corpse Tendrils because, again, for this build, we abuse vulnerable damage. So enemies damaged by Corpse Tendrils are made vulnerable for 3 seconds. Moving on from here, we want 3 points into Serration. Bone skills have 0.9 increased critical strike, chance for 30 essence you have upon cast. And then from there, rapid ossification. Every 100 essence you spend reduces the cooldowns of your bone skills by 1.5 seconds. We want 3 points into Evulsion. Your bone skills deal 15% increased critical strike damage to vulnerable enemies. Then from here, you can put 1 point into Compound Fracture. After critically striking 10 times with bone skills, your bone skill deals 5% increased damage for 5 seconds. I don't really feel like 3 points of that is worth it, where you could put into the Earth skills I've shown you so far with these. Then from there, 1 point is in Bone Spear only because of our Gator, but you're not ever going to use that, so don't pay any attention to that. Moving downward into our ultimate skills, I don't take any ultimate attacks because it's just a waste of a skill slot compared to everything else that we could do with this build. So what you want is 3 points into Golem Mastery, increase the damage and life of your golem by 75%. Moving on from here, nothing else you are going to take as you see here, but you will want to then take in the last slot here for your key passive, the Ossified Essence. Bone skills deal 0.5% increased damage for each point of essence you have above 50 upon cast. This is very important for Bone Spear because you could deal a lot of damage. For Paragon, honestly, I'm not going to go over too much because it's going to be different for everybody. But like the one things I would, oh, sorry about that. The one things I would focus on getting in the beginning, obviously in your first Paragon board, I would probably put here either Exploit or Vulnerable wherever you can. Then for your second board, what I would personally do is get the board where you get the very important key passive. I'm going to show you here in a second. Be patient with me. So you want Cult Leader so you can increase the damage of the minions. Everything else here you can kind of go back to and play around depending if you really feel like you need Infused Warrior, which I'm going to go back and do that personally. And if you really need Puppeteer as well, like you can mess around with that. But again, you just play with what you want. Here for the second one, what I'm particularly care for is Bone Graft for where I am currently, because it just increases our bone skills. Play around with what you're going to be focusing. If you're going to go more bone, spend more time with the bone passives here. If you're going to go more minion, spend more time with the minion, and then add each board according to what you're going to do, particularly with the build. Now, as for the gear, what would I recommend? Obviously, you want Deathless Visage, because Bone Spear leaves behind echoes as it travels that explode, dealing 629 damage. Could be even higher in damage depending where you are in Diablo 4. Increased by 5% for every 30% your critical strike damage bonus. Then from there, what I would recommend is just get on your tunic this particular aspect that says every 8 seconds your skeletal mages can cast a blizzard that deals 886 cold damage and continuously chills enemies for 8% for 6 seconds. This is kind of important because you can freeze enemies in. Here, honestly, I wouldn't go with willpower. I would go with better stats where you can get like increased not very physical damage, but anything that can buff your health overall, make you a little bit more tanky in the armor, anything that can power up bone skills in particular, or plus stats to your skill tree. Here in the gloves, what I would recommend is get anything with very high critical stats. If you could get vulnerable on the gloves, definitely do that as well. Plus 13 all stats, because it makes it a little bit easier for me to kind of do what you saw me do here against that particular dungeon boss. Maximum number of skeletal mages increased by 2%. That's or by 2, excuse me. That's going to be the aspect that we're going to use here. For the pants, again, what I'm going to use is an aspect that says you and your minions gain 20% increased damage reduction, just so that they're a little bit more tanky against the bosses. Here on the pants, anything that buffs intelligence, anything that buffs all stats, anything that can increase your healing overall, that would be kind of helpful. You have to play around with the rules because, you know, it's an endless grind fest in Diablo 4. For the legs, again, here I wanted to focus on intelligence and my dodge chance, and anything that can power bone skills here you preferably want. Unfortunately, I got Bone Spirit here. Attacks reduced by evades cooldown by 0.8 seconds is pretty useful. for really, it's more about the aspects with these particular things, and then you just play around with the stats and swap out continuously so you get the best in slot. Here I have the aspect that says your maximum number of skeletal warriors is increased by 2. So on the boots I have the skeletal warriors, on the gloves I have the skeletal mages. That gives me 2 extra minions, so I can kind of abuse that. For the ring, which really is what makes this build, Ring of the Sacrilegious Soul. Basically, as you can see here, you automatically activate the following equipped skills on corpses around you. So Ray Skeleton every 1.8 seconds, Corpse Explosion every 1.8 seconds, Corpse Tendrils every 14 seconds for the Necromancer only. This ring is very, very situational. Hopefully you'll get it. I got an okay roll. I would have preferred to see it with vulnerable damage and critical strike, but it gave me +2 to all corpse skills, which kind of bust me up a bit and also increases our maximum essence, and the lucky hit chance is okay to have. Moving forward with the necklace here, basically I wanted the aspect that says gain 20%, gain 26% increased critical strike chance for 6 seconds when you cast a Corpse Tendril. You deal 51% bonus critical strike damage to your enemies, damaged by Corpse Tendril. Again, we're abusing critical strike damage, vulnerable damage, as well as just Bone Spear with this build, so it does quite a lot thanks to the ring and everything. Moving down to the last slot, I have here Circle of Inner Calm. Basically, it says deal 5% increased damage for each second you stand still, up to 40%. This could be anything you want. I have found it particularly useful because since I'm standing still quite a bit with Bone Spear, especially against bosses, it gives me an increased amount of damage, and then when you factor that in conjunction with the Deathless Visage, in conjunction with the glove roll that I have, as well as some of the air rolls, as well as the weapon roll here, which we'll talk about last, it does a lot of damage. For the weapon, I want basically the aspect that says Bone Spear's primary attack makes its enemies hit beyond the first vulnerable for 3 seconds. Bone Shards from Bone Spear deal 60% bonus damage to vulnerable enemies and pierce them. So again, when you factor this in with the Deathless Visage, you factor in the ring, and then you factor in Circle of Inner Calm, you're dealing an incredibly significant amount of damage that you can basically delete bosses, as you saw me do just there. And that's basically all there is to the Necromancer Bone Spear Corpse Explosion build, the way that I particularly play it. Obviously, as you get to World Tier 4, what you're going to want to do is upgrade these to their highest ancestral versions. You can also use a glove that I haven't gotten yet, as well as a boot that I haven't gotten yet, to kind of experiment with that. But really, for this build, if you just use this stuff, you're gonna do pretty fine. You're probably gonna course your way all the way probably till very high, like World Tier 4 stuff. Probably like Uber Lilith is probably where you're gonna see the skill cap, and then maybe you'll respec out to something else like the Sever build, which I particularly didn't want to play that. I wanted to find something to play that's very similar to Masquerade of the Burning Carnival, very similar to what it is in Diablo 3. But that is the build, Wolfies, for those of you who are interested as to what I was rocking for Season 3 of Diablo 4. Alright, moving on, let's get out of here, observe our loot, and just kind of see what else we can do here. We're going to do another run-through, and we're going to do as many run-throughs as possible today, Nightmare Dungeons. We'll mix it up with some in the end, like, depending on time, how much time we have with, the Grim Favors, where we do the trees and everything. I'm not going to do it just yet, because I want to get as many Nightmare Dungeons done, because we're only going to be going today for about 2 hours, so we got to get as much possible done in the span of 2 hours. I'm confident we could do quite a bit. We hit a decent amount of level ups in our Paragon, which probably before we go anywhere, that's what we're going to do next. Look at the loot. I don't need that. That's terrible. I don't need that. That's a downgrade. That's a downgrade. That's a downgrade. That's a downgrade. That's not useful for the build I'm rocking. That's a shield that I can't use. Let's go to Paragon, right? Okay. So we're going down here because that's the next skill that I want, right? So we'll do here. So I get the critical strike damage. You see how that fits into it. Then from here we could choose this, which we're gonna do because we're right next to it anyway. It'll give me maybe a buff as we continue forward. And then what we'll do is we'll go down one here, go down one here, we'll go down here. So we'll go one here, and then one here. And we'll get that buff eventually. Alright, let's do the next Nightmare Dungeon. And hey, look at that, Wolfies. You actually got me to do a guide while I was streaming, so you got a little bit of extra information as well. Let's see. Just something fun. You know what? Actually, we should probably just do the highest ones that we have. That way we get the maximum possibility. Oops. We'll get the maximum probability of very high experience points. I don't know if we have to pop the potion just yet. Maybe we will pop another experience potion. Because it's been well over 30 minutes, right? Since I started. So I think now would be probably a good point to do that. Well, please, that way we can just get that stuff out. Why didn't I go for the loot first? That's a very good question for that. I wasn't carrying that much loot with me to begin with. So I felt like I'll definitely pop that potion. I felt like there was no point to... Oh, this is going to be a trap dungeon? I hate trap nightmare dungeons. They're boring to deal with, but hey, we'll do it. We'll do it. Maybe we'll get some good extra loot. We can even perfect our build a little bit more with these. Go for here. Nice. Shoot these bone spheres. Good. Shoot those bone spheres off. Nice. Okay, let's go down here through the door. Okay, good. Nice. Let's just stay. Good. Okay, good. Nice, 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 nice. Good job, Wolfies. As you can see, we've gotten incredibly powerful since the last time you saw me. You know, like, again, I don't think Diablo 4 is necessarily a bad game. I feel like they have been doing some things to make it significantly better. I still am not a fan of them trying to force everybody to constantly play seasonal character. Because eventually you're going to go through every class to the point where you're not going to want to have to do seasonal character. On top of that, I really feel like this should show some love to the Eternal Realm that doesn't get any of the benefits of what seasonal characters get in terms of like extra experience buffs. The Members Embrace thing, last time I checked, only counts towards seasonal characters. Correct me if I'm wrong, Wolfies, any of you that know, but feels like, so we're 5 away from level 70, which is when I would probably want to tackle on the Echo of Elias, even though I feel like we might be strong enough to tackle on concurrently, but I want to wait a little bit. Because World Tier 4 is not going to play around with us, so... But we'll get there, because level 70 is the cap for this World Tier. I don't think we'll get to it on a stream now, because it'll take me at least a good 3 hours of grinding, potentially. I mean, I don't know how long I'm going to go necessarily for. I might go a little bit longer today, because there's a possibility I'm not going to do one of the streams that I had advertised for this week, just because I've had like a lot of stuff that's been going on this week, a lot of stuff behind the scenes that I'm focusing on. So I might have to cut either the Sukia stream or Stardew Valley. I'm thinking maybe we're going to cut Stardew for this week, potentially. Because we played Stardew last week, but I still haven't been able to play Sukia on the channel. Really something I want to do, despite the fact that nobody really... I feel bad for Sukia. Everybody that was a VTuber, like, jumped on that game real quickly. And then when people, like, got their views, everything, content crew, everybody abandoned it. I think it's a good game. It's like a fun puzzle game. I wish there was, like, more content for it. It wasn't, like, the 2-player content, because, like, as you can see, Category does not have anybody you can play Sukia 2-player mode with, unfortunately. So it's not like I could do, like, a dual streamer type of thing. Hold on one second. I'm going to take a sip of my drink, my beverage that I have here, Wolfies. That's some good hydration. I'm drinking some nice, lovely, half and half lemon tea. It's got about 60 charges, because this is getting harder. And we have a tendency to get hit by traps quite a bit. Okay, good. Nice, nice, nice. Alright. I'm still not a fan of the trap dungeons. I don't care for them. Just not really my cup of tea. Wait. I mean, of the seasonal themes so far that they've done for the preseason, I'd say this is... I mean, Season 1 with the Malignant Hearts was pretty bad, too. But I think this one just misses the mark quite a bit. Kind of on the level of the Malignant Hearts. Like, the Malignant Hearts would have necessarily been so bad had it been for the fact that they didn't take up actual inventory space, and obviously cache space still is really crappy in Diablo 4. They haven't really truly fixed it. Grab that. I'm going to move back because there's always a trap behind that. Okay, that was a good dodging on my part. Okay, good. I feel like the servers are a little bit better now. Like, it's a mixed bag. Sometimes I've got, like, rubber banding and it's not even internet. It's just, like, that's just kind of what's going on with the servers sometimes. I don't know, like, interesting how My experience varies with the servers. Okay, good. Nice. Nice, nice. I am playing on ultra settings too, by the way, in case you're wondering. But look at that. Like, I love the fact that I can play it on ultra, and the game runs perfectly as well on my VTuber model. And we did play Diablo 2 last week. I will play more Diablo 2. I know some people have been asking about Diablo 3. I plan to play it. I think next week I'm going to try to fit it into the schedule. But obviously, because we're getting closer to the end of the season for Diablo 4, I want to grind as much as possible. I'm not going to be able to do like the arena this season or the Gautlet, whatever it's called. And honestly, the rewards don't seem like that appealing to me personally. I just like to play to grind. You know, everybody knows I kind of frag when it comes to dungeon crawlers. That's kind of one of my most favorite genres to play. It's very calm and soothing. Watch out for that. Despite, like, some people be like, there's so many enemies on the screen, why are you not getting stressed out? This was fun to me. Like, even though this game is not like a good installment of Diablo, at least at the moment, there is always the possibility that it's going to get better. But this is like fun to me. Like, some people be like, why aren't you playing Last Depot? Why aren't you playing, you know, Path of Exiles better, don't you know, category Jinro? And yeah, I suppose maybe it's better for those of you who enjoy that stuff. But for me, it's like, when I play a dungeon crawler, I think of Diablo. Like, I don't want to play Path of Exile. If I wanted to play Path of Exile, I'd be streaming it right now, right? If I wanted to, you know, bandwagon jump on things, I would do that, right? That's not what category Jinro has ever been about. I play the games that I enjoy to play. I play the franchises that I like to play. You see me play a lot of Monster Hunter. A lot of people know me from way back in the day for Diablo content. This is stuff I like. Is Diablo 4 a great game? No. Has it gotten a little bit better? Marginally better in certain retrospects. Is it perfect? No. Am I concerned that the expansion pass is probably going to be $100? Hell yeah. I'm thinking we're probably even going to see a $70 expansion, which I'm not particularly looking forward to it. Depending on what the expansion brings, maybe I'll get it, maybe I won't. It depends if it comes out when Monster Hunter Wilds comes out too, because like there's going to be a lot of $70 games coming out around that time period, so I don't know. We'll see. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, the expansion for this, which is, what is it, Vessel of Hatred, is going to drop at the end of 2024. So we're looking at like somewhere around Christmas time, right? So if it's like Christmas time, then I probably will pick it up because I'll be waiting a while before Monster Hunter Wild. But like if they delay that expansion, which maybe they should, because I'm hoping that they don't try to rush through content like they've been doing lately. And then, you know, I feel like the season of the Construct was another season where they kind of just rushed through the content to be able to... I got scared. I thought I got caught to something there. Are we gonna run into a Son of Malthus? Because I've been wrecking Son of Malthus lately too. Let's see. Let's wait. Okay, we're getting close to something. Wait on that. A lot of roller damage. So now you understand why I play the build the way I do. Is there just a pedestal we gotta turn on? Alright. Let's pick this up because we're gonna need it. I'm gonna try to avoid some of these traps here. And let my minions do the work while we can just... Oh! It's the Butcher! I haven't seen the Butcher at all this season. My age-old nemesis returns to give me a... Why now, Butcher? I'm not ready to fight the Butcher. Oh my goodness. I am really not ready to fight the Butcher, I don't think. I was not expected to run into the Butcher. There's very few things that still make me scared in Diablo, but one of them is the Butcher. One of them is definitely the Butcher. Go on, minions. My minions are doing well, though, so... We might be able to pwn them. I just can't get greedy. I gotta keep an eye on my health. Let me use that. Where Blood Surge comes in useful. Or Blood Mist. Just because it's a good... I'm out of Elsins. This is the worst time for that to happen. Wait. Wait on this, Wolfies, because if I get too greedy, I am dead. Oh, he's vulnerable? He threw up a shield? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now, Butcher? Well, you're almost dead. Goodbye, Butcher. That was a fun fight. Hopefully that's the last time I see you. I love how the butcher spawns right before the gate area to the dungeon. That was actually fun. Don't get me wrong. I actually had a lot of fun fighting him. He gave me, well, I needed that. He gave me crap loot mostly, but it was fun seeing him again.
Bags are full.
Where's the door though? Might be up that way, Wolfies. It's over this way. Nothing. Okay. Lost 4 warding so far. Go through here. Man, we're doing so good. You see, normally I'd have a trouble with the butcher bit because our gear is so well done right now. Let's ignore that. I feel like we had an easy path to the end of this area. Over there, we're just that strong right now. Alright. Let's open the door. Come on, open the door. Okay. We're standing in the middle here. That's the only sweet spot where you can't get killed. Or not killed so much, but you can't take, like, damage in this area. We'll let the minions do the work here. You can see the minions are great at doing their job. And if I get into a lot of trouble, what I'll do is a blood mist. I feel like we're... Like, I know there's a lot of chaos going on, but... Trust me, we're winning by a lot. We're actually having to get... How dare you push me? They're trying to push me into the trap so I lose the charger building. I always do about 60 or 50 just because you never know what could happen. Alright. Pretty easy run there. No more enemies. The ring, I tell you, the ring.
My burden is great.
I don't know if we got anything decent. Let's get rid of stuff that we know is not decent. Goodbye. Goodbye. Let's pick up stuff we don't have. Okay. Tuning stone. Another tuning stone. Anything else here? Okay.
My bags are full.
Uh-oh. Reanimate resistance. Every intelligence burst of the brain you gain increased minion damage. What other ones we got? Control. Don't need that. Essence. For every dexterity, increased critical strike damage. That could be useful. Let me look at the other ones though first. Golem. Desertion. Nope. Okay. What else we got? Scourge. Skeletal mages deal increased damage. Let's go with general minion buffs, right? Because those would be the most useful. Reanimator sounds good. I'm gonna go with Reanimator. Perplexing, right? But I feel like that's the way to go. Alright, so that's level 4. Alright, let's go back. Not the best run of elite Wolfies, but not bad either. Sorry. All this talking and build theory crafting is getting me really thirsty. Alright, let's see. I already extracted that. I already have extracted that too. Same there. I have that extracted as well. Don't need that. We'll hold on to this because I'm swapping continuously. That one's not a bad ring. I'll hold on to it for now in case I want to buff things up a little bit more. Repair gear. Let's see here. I think our gear is as good as it's gonna get. I think we're gonna upgrade them to maxed out settings. I think we have enough loot to do it. Maybe not. Maybe not, because I need more Forgotten Souls, it looks like. See how far we go. Okay, good. just to make life a little bit easier as we get higher up. Even if I can't max them out on them. No, because I don't have enough Forgotten Souls. That's okay. Could always do a Hell Tide to get that. Okay. Good job. The other way to do it is you can always get uniques. Is that Hell Tide? This is a Hell Tide within a stronghold. How long is this Hell Tide for, I wonder? Hell Tide gives good loot. Let's try the Hell Tide for now. I'm curious. Because remember, there's chest in the Hell Tide. Depends how much time is left in the Hell Tide, too. If there's like only 20 minutes, we could probably do a little bit. If it's like an hour, we're not going to do an hour of Hell Tides. Because I don't feel like the loot is that great in those either. We'll see, we'll see. It also depends if there's anybody on the world map. Because I don't run into too many players. I run into them in the gateways, but I don't run into them really in the overworld, which is kind of interesting that is the way it is, but it is exactly like that, Wolfies. Let's see. 45 minutes. Okay, we can do this. Doesn't look like it's a bad one either. It's in a decent area. It's probably where? Kovashad almost? Ministad. Okay. Enemies are going to be a little bit higher up in level too, which is good because that means we'll get a better chance of experience points. And I feel like our build is so good at the moment. Like, there's not really anything that's truly going to give us a threat. Like, the only thing that could really screw us over is ourselves. Getting, like, too aggro and stuff. Such a good build now. I'm very happy at the way it turned out because, like, the last couple of weeks, like, we didn't get any good loot. I was like, next time I play this on stream, I want to make sure for the Wolfies that we're doing high tier play. Look at that, we're just deleting things like it's nothing. I don't want to say I'm auto-playing it, because I'm not technically auto-playing it, but... Let's see. Okay, good. I mean, I don't particularly find the Hell Tides themselves a fun endgame feature, but... You know, you do what you can, really, right? Like, you just gotta use whatever's available in the game to your advantage. Like, I feel like they could be better with these. Like, I feel like the chest drops, too, kind of particularly suck when you're playing in Eternal. Seasonal-wise, you could get them to buff to drop better items, but... I don't know, it still feels off Hell Tides. Like, another thing is, like, at least they've done a better job, so now Hell Tides rotate, so you always have an opportunity to do them. As opposed to, like, some people could only play for, like, 2 or 3 hour sessions. Like, I can usually, even though I go sometimes a little bit longer. But, how many? 150 for that one? Hmm. That's quite a... The other thing, too, Hell Tides is you need them for the steel. What is it? Venerable Steel, I think it's called, or something like that. To summon one of the air bosses in this game. It's a pretty hard boss to take out in his own right, too, so it's like... I don't know, Wolfies. There's some... They have to kind of rework certain things still in this game. Like, I'd like to be able to fight all the bosses that I fought in the campaign again. Kind of like how you do in Diablo 2 and Diablo 3, so you can, like, farm gear that way. That would be nice. As opposed to, like, Uber Duriel. You gotta be basically level 100 to deal with Uber Duriel. And by then, you just kind of get burnt out with the game, because there's not that much really loot to chase after. Like, realistically speaking, I've gotten everything for this particular build that the only reason I would want to continue to grind is because I just feel like it, but like, at this point, just get like ancestral gear versions of what I have. Okay, let's see. Overall, let's say this is pretty good. Lag spike, or feels like it's rubber banding a little again. Sometimes what I notice too is like when you load into the map and our player loads in here too, at the same time it does kind of do some weird stuff. I don't know why that's the case. I've never been able to figure that out. Diablo 4. The chest there, 125, what is that for? Light weapon? I think there was a singular like weapon that I was kind of interested in, but we'll have to see if I can get it to spawn. There is like a special unique for Bone Spear that does something fancy. I think it's like a single one-handed type of scythe. The chances of getting it from a Helltide are very low. Can't be that high. I have 80 cinders so far. So we've been going for 5 minutes in here because we started with 45 minutes left in it. Yeah, let's go. We could try to open up the 125 chests because we're near 2 of them. But it had to be for like something I feel like we're really gonna need. Alright, let's move back. We don't want to get hit here because if you die here, you lose your cinders that you spent so much time trying to gather. It's kind of a nuisance, man. But that's why Helltides are the way they are. Can I get something there? No, I can't. Can you give me some stuff? Could look around. There's like an air chest up that way and an air chest up that way. It's mostly protection stuff. I'm kind of confused why there's so many protection chests. This protection's like shields, I think, right? Might be rings also and amulets. I don't think there's any other amulets I could use, at least that are unique wise, that would be helpful for this build. And most of my build is pretty much finished at this point. It's just like swapping out for better stuff. Is that an actual dude? Yeah, I think somebody was actually coming this way. I haven't found the boss too for this Helltide yet because we probably could kill him on our own. Good job. Nice. I feel so much stronger, Wolfies. I just feel like we're deleting everything in our path. Good. Ciao. Gotta be careful. Okay, we got our tier complete. That's nice. Oh, there are people here. Hi. So there are people doing Helltides. Good for them. How many for this? 75? Okay, we'll use this one. Just we get experience from 2. Oh, that was... Bro, that was terrible. That was terrible. Why did you just give me... At least we got some cinders back for that. I'm actually very annoyed. That was a terrible drop from a chest. Okay, good. Oh, hi there. What's up, Doom? I actually think I've run into this guy, or gal, person, quite a bit. Good job. Nice. It's gonna be a little bit of rubber banding, because now that we've run into people, sometimes the game will do that. It's kind of annoying that it does that. This is the worst place to rubber band in, to be honest with you, Wolfies. Not really anything else here. Waiting to see if there's an enemy there, really. We're probably gonna have to go back further down. A little bit of distance here. Well, Helltide enemies don't feel as bad as they used to, too. I feel like it's a little bit more fair. Let's take care of these guys if we can. Let me fire off a regular corpse explosion on my own there, Wolfies. This is a lot. Oh, that's a good rotation there, too. I think if I apply the pressure here... Yeah, like, we're just cutting through things like a hot knife for butter right now, Wolfies. Okay. So, let's go down this way if we can. Further down. There's another chest. So that chest over there. And then the bigger chest back down that way. And there's a lot of time to go. We might be able to open every chest in this Helltide if we want to, Wolfies. In theory. I find the lack of enemies a little disturbing here. Maybe they toned down the amount of enemies that spawn too. Or we're killing them so quickly, maybe that's the other thing too. Alright. Let's jump across. There we go. Hi. Did you guys miss me? This is 125, so we're kind of close to that number. Very close to that number, actually, Wolfies. So we'll hang out around here for now. Try to get all the cinders that we can. We'll open this chest next. What is it? Light weaponry. I think it's like a single-handed weapon, perhaps, so that's fine. Maybe we'll get the scythe that I was talking about. I don't feel like there's any enemies around here for me to kill, though. Enemies? Any enemies? Enemies? Hi, guys. Like, I feel like the demons are running away from us. Like, they're not even trying to spawn. We're killing them quicker than they could spawn. That's hilarious, Wolfies. Can I go for there? No, I gotta go around to do that. No enemies around. Holy crap. Hi, anybody? I had to come back to the main area to find enemies to kill. That's hilarious. Okay. Let's just wait on this. Good. Nice amount of damage. Wait. Good. Rubber banding a little bit again. This area is kind of janky. Always with people running around. Okay, let's wait. Nothing really can one-shot us either. I feel like we're just really tanky for a Necromancer, which is kind of funny because Necromancers as a class have never been known really to be tanky. They're mostly, particularly, like, always been a glass cannon. But in this particular situation, that is not the case. How many do we have? 126? Is there a special chest? It's down that way. Oh, I don't want to open the chest of living steel. Not unless it's necessary, where I have the items. I'll be careful, because it's trying to use AoE to screw me over. Alright, let's watch out. See what I was telling you about AoE? Let's pick up that. Take the wretched soul. There's a vent here. Oh, hi there. You need help doing this? Okay, I'll get one area, you get another. See, I tell you, it rubber bands when there's like people in your area because it just kind of... It's like the game has a hard time figuring out what it's supposed to load. Okay, let's go. My minions are going to help them big time because I can kill things from different areas.
I'm low on essence.
I'm low on essence. That's not going to matter too much with this build. Okay, good job. Okay, good job. I think we're doing pretty good, I'd say, right? That's one. Alright, last one's up there. Get the blood sacrifice going. Okay, I think the boss is about to spawn for this. Oh, good job. The power teamwork. We're going to hit a Paragon point here in a second. Wait. Okay, good job. Not really gear that I need, but we'll take everything else. Good job. I just said thank you. No thank you? No. I would have been like, thanks for helping, but that's okay. It's okay, Wolfies. We essentially helped them quite a bit there. Do I even want to open a chest of living steel? Because I feel like we're just going to get so disappointed when I open it. In terms of what's going to drop. Can I go for here? Yeah, I was about to say. Wait. Nice. Great. Good, good. Alright, sweet. Good. Look around. 275 for that. I don't feel like that's worth it. Yeah, I really don't feel like that's worth it right now. That's a lot they're actually going to be, Wolfies. For a Helltide? Is there another chest around? This one up here. You know why it's 275? Because it's the only one on the map. Sneaky devs. Sneaky, sneaky devs. Alright, so in that case, what we're going to do is we'll just prioritize whatever chest we could get. Those chests are going to be overall better stuff, probably. So I already have some living steels. I could summon that boss. I just don't want to. Let's get the wretched soul. Alright. Let's wait on these enemies, because they're going to try to bum rush me, because they know I'm going to open the chest. Hello there, sir. How did I get caught in there? It's kind of annoying. Alright. Heavy weapon. Let's see what we got. I didn't even get a good drop, so I was about to say. About to say, man, I don't get a good drop from that, I'm gonna freaking rage. Alright. Well, it's something. Was it something good? Not really, but it's something. Let's continue on her. When I get all the chests that are open outside of the living steel, we'll probably go somewhere else. Because I feel like we have enough time to do all these steel dungeons. Depending. How many are open you? I think that's a 275 too, right? Not 275. 75 for that, okay. For a helm. Oh, we could have another chance at another visage, so yeah, we'll do that. Look at that. Look at that. Because I need another visage for my necromancer anyway. That's in World Tier 3, but doesn't have this loot on the internal realm. Alright, go. That druid is kind of cramping my style, so we'll go this way. Yeah, I think maybe we're going to have to sell for the 75 chest. I feel like we're going to be able to get another 125 here. It's just not enough enemy rotations. Let me heal up, because this area could prove to be a problem. Oh, a lot of AoEs going off on me. Be careful here, Wolfie. Oh. Oh, look at that. No, don't go away. I wanted to kill you to get some better loot. Alright, that's fine. You never forget the one that got away, Wolfies. The one that got away. Alright, let's go. I think we're doing pretty good. Probably 75 chests we'll be able to open next, I'd say. Almost certain of that. That didn't give me any wretched souls. There's one up here, too. Try that one. I don't normally use the horse, because when I use the horse, the game kind of breaks a little. That was something hit me hard. I'm not sure what it was. Gotta make sure we don't do that again. Is it you? Were you sniping me from far? Okay. Good job. How many cinders we have now? 80. Okay. We just have to wait and see. Another one of these over here. This could give us a significant amount of cinders, as well as experience points, so we're going to do it. We have the time too. There's 28 minutes left in the Helltide. So, have our minions take them out, right? Yeah, because we could just zone for now, right? My minions are going to do all the heavy lifting for me. Could wait on that. Summon one or two of these just in case. I know I'm low on essence. You don't have to tell me, game. This is always with the mana spenders. I really hate. Oh, this event in Helltide's a little bit more difficult than I was expecting. I need to be a little bit more cautious how I play this. We are rubber banding a little too. Trying to be very cautious, not to fall into it. I don't see as many cinders here. Okay. Are you gonna run off and do your thing, bro? Because I'm trying to help you out here. Oh my goodness, look at all these enemies. Ooh, this is intense gameplay, Wolfies. We're up for it, though. With that special ring we have, nothing really can ruin our run. A lot of cinders. We're definitely gonna be able to open one of those chests. I didn't leave you. I didn't leave you. Who's looking for his wife, right? Well, I guess he found his wife. Alright. Did they reunite? Are you gonna give me the chest? You not gonna give me the chest? Did he just like leave and not give me the chest? You son of a monkey. How dare you? Usually a chest spawns there. I feel cheated. Oh well. Let's continue onward, Wolfies. Got a lot more enemies to slay for a lot more cinders. And hopefully open up that Helltide chest. We're taking the long route because we want to try to get as much of the cinders as possible, and then we can open up the chest of mysteries, which sounds kind of fun on paper. We don't know what we'll get out of it. That one's got to be less than 275, I think, to open, just because of how far it is on the map. Okay, let's watch out. Let's take out these enemies. Level 66, I didn't realize that till now. Okay, good. Let's keep going. Let's check the chest up here and see how much it is. My guess is probably going to be like 250. 250, I was right. Are there enough enemies in this area for me to get 250 in the next 25 minutes, so that's the major question. Do I really want to stay in this area that long, too? Trying to get 250 cinders. As you see, it takes a while for the enemies to respawn, just because we do so much damage right now at this point that, like, we're really just one-shotting most things. Even the minion, I think, that you get for the season is kind of a little bit busted at this point, too. Okay, good. Let's grab those cinders. What is that? I thought we were getting, like, a mini-boss summoned here. I was like, okay, I'm for that. I think we could pretty much easily kill a mini-boss, because we took out the Butcher in the vault very easily. Outside, like, a Son of Malthus, I think is the one thing that we'll probably have a little bit of trouble dealing with. I don't even think anymore, to be honest with you, because I think pretty much we can run roughshod on just about anything at this point and never really look back, especially on World Tier 3. World Tier 4, maybe not so much, because obviously World Tier 4, I'm not ready to fight Uber Lilith or any of the Uber bosses to do the truly effective endgame farming, which is really farming for like 12 Uber ancestral uniques that don't, like, they'd be nice to have them, but the chances of you ever getting them are so freaking low, it's not even funny. 75 for handguards? Actually, I know I said I was going to go for the 275 chest, but this has a chance to drop gloves, which might be the unique gloves that I want. That's not dumb. I'll tell you right away. Nope. That was unfortunate. Oh well. Live and learn. We have 114 left. We might be able to get the chest. Still, what? How much time? 23 minutes? You play our cards right? Maybe? Potentially? That guy's just walking in there like nobody's business. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. That's why I don't like to use the horse, because you have a tendency to bypass a lot of things doing that. Who hit me? Alright, so we'll make a decision. We'll either go back and open that chest in the center of the map. Because 250 cinders, I don't think we're going to do it. In fact, I'm kind of ready to go back to doing Nightmare Dungeons again, because this is just like, the loot that's dropping is not worth it. We're getting a lot of experience, but the loot itself is just terrible. We've seen better loot drop in Nightmare Dungeons. Yeah, we won't hit the 250 here. Let's go back to the center of the map, where the last chest is. It's over that way. There's this one too. We'll just try to hit those last two, and those will be pretty much how we close out today. Not so much for the stream, but close out our experience in the Helltide for the day. Alright. Because I don't think things are going to get better in terms of loot. I feel like things are getting worse as we do it. Onto town a second. Pass through. There's no enemies in this area until we get outside of town.
Not while I'm in town.
Yeah, we know, not while in town. Okay. Where are the enemies? Enemies? Any enemies? Okay, there we go. I need, like, actual enemies to spawn to be able to make enough of the currency that we open these chests. Hello there. Yes, more enemies. More enemies. Let's go. Man, we do so much damage. Let's see. I know we gotta open that one, but it's like at least 150. So I need more cinders to be able to open it. Any enemies? Any enemies want to drop their cinders for me? I need at least 18 more, roughly. Be able to open that chest. Okay, good. Any more? Come on, guys, drop some cinders for me already. Don't be so stingy. Only like the currency that we need for these chests. I can't pick these up. I need 5 more cinders. Something's gonna drop them, right? Okay, good. Let's go. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. 150. Go back. I think it's 150. I hope it's not like 175. Now I'm gonna be punching the air for a bit. Okay. Let's see. Show me potato salad. It's 75 for this. Oh, it's the helm. That's right. The helms. Okay, good, good. That actually works out even better for us. Hey! Why did you attack me, you jerky jerk? Okay, let me open this. It's good for experience points, this chest, but holy crap, the loot that they're dropping is just atrocious. This loot is terrible. It really is bad loot that we've got so far. This is the last regular chest available. Yeah. So once we get that done, that's it. We'll go do Nightmare Dungeons again. I'm not gonna borrow with the Living Steel because I don't feel like it's gonna be worth the time or the effort that we put in here. None of this loot has been remarkable, to say the least, which is a little unfortunate. I think that's why people hate the Hell Ties as much as they do, because, like, you just do this to get Living Steels, really. Everything else is just like, why bar? Not worth it. Not worth the time and the effort you put in there. Okay, let's go up here. From here. That done. Nice. Good job. Let's keep ourselves nice and good here. Okay, we got a reward that's coming up again. I don't think that's an actual reward I could use. I'm getting a lot of cinders here. I think that last chest is probably the 150 that I was talking about before. Almost certainly. Oh, that was bad. That could have been bad. We got feared and then frozen in place. The 2 status effects I hate the most in Diablo 4. Just because they're more annoying than they are like, great. Let's open this. Seeing a little bit of rubber banding, so somebody might be in the area. Okay, let's look. Because that's the only time I really noticed the rubber banding, like when somebody's in the same area and tries to load in the data. It's weird how they coded this game. It's like, did you guys know that the reason why we couldn't do why they couldn't give us like extra stash space was because the way that the game's coded, when a player loads into the world map, all their gear, all their information loads into the map with them, which is why I think you see those funky things that happen from time to time, like when you enter a town and you see like a long ass pickup before you actually are able to enter, or like when you're loading into an area and there's a whole bunch of people because it's loading in everybody's information data like if it was this pull down menu, which I think is just insane. You would develop an open world game like that. Nobody does that in our like MMOs. Oh, this was only 75 for this chest too? That's good, actually. Okay, this is the last chest, actually. Once we take this out, there's not really anything else you can open. The nerd get the helms. Didn't even drop it dropped a crappy helm. I am pretty annoyed by that, but I think that's it, right? What's all the chests? Those are all the chests, so we'll go back to town after I kill some of these guys, and we'll do a Nightmare Dungeon again. Or we could do Grim Favors if you want to. Try to spice things up a little bit. Is that a goblin? No, it's just a... Wait, this is the worst area to try to teleport in. Nope. It's not gonna let me do it here. I gotta move a little further away. Game. Game, don't jank me out like that. Alright, we should be safe here to teleport. Back to Koshad we
I
go.
need more time.
Like, normally I would have pushed for the living steel, but 250 cinders to get it. We can get them, but it's not going to be worth it. You saw what we were getting in the chest. It was just a really terrible loot. Not worth it. At that point, we're not efficiently farming anymore. We're just, like, dragging things on more than they need to be. Alright. Let's go. Yes, full Slocko. I'm not doing those. Those are regular, like, subquests that you could do, and they're not particularly great.
I cannot do that here.
Let's go to the blacksmith. Not too many people want your free in this area. Alright. Let's check our loot. None of this is going to be useful. The pants are a little bit better. Actually, the pants are much, much better. Except for the plus 17. I don't know. I'll mark it as a favorite for now. I don't need that. I need that. I don't need that. I need that. I don't need that. What is this? Don't need it. Don't need it, don't need it. Don't need it because I don't play blade skills in this build. Hold on to the ring. Get rid of that. I already used blood surge, so it's fine. Now, this chest is terrible now, so why would I keep it? Alright, let's get rid of that stuff.
What do you need?
Okay, good. Did I upgrade anything? Should have gotten at least Forgotten Souls out of that, right? Yeah, okay. So let's upgrade this one. And then the last one we're going to upgrade is this. That's the Earthquake you use Helltides for, to get Forgotten Souls like that.
Come back if you need.
I don't normally waste them, but considering we're getting near where I'm going to have to fight the Echo of Elias, that's why I do that stuff. I'm going to take a quick break because I need to rest my voice a second. I need to stretch because I've been going quite a while. We might go a little bit longer. I'm not entirely sure just yet. It depends on how much I'm really vibing with Diablo 4. At the moment, I'm vibing quite a bit, but I need to take a quick break. I'll be back in, let's say, like 2 minutes. I just want to stretch, hydrate, and get a little bit comfy, so to speak. Alright, Wolfies, I am back, I'm back. As promised, I said it was going to take me too long. Here we go, back into it, back into the grind, more grind, more grind. In Diablo 4, in case you're just joining us, we're playing Diablo 4 Season 3. Season of the Construct. We've had a pretty good time. We're pretty much maxed out gear for World Tier 3. We're about 4 levels away from 70, where then I would normally take on the World Stone Capstone Dungeon boss. I don't think we're going to hit that today in stream. I'm probably going to go for a little bit longer. We're going to... Hold on. Give me 1 second. I want to see how many Grim Favors have we done. None so far. I'm just going to stick to doing Nightmare Dungeons for the day. Because Grim Favors, the loot percentage that you're going to get is not always amazing. And if I had a Trembling Hand, we would do Living Steel. World Tier 3 and 5. We could fight that guy. Where do I go to do that? Hole of Pentiment within the Central Dry Strips. I've never actually fought that guy on World Tier 3. I wonder if we could take him out. We could go try. No harm trying, right? Let's try it. Let's be brave. Hole of Pentient. Where's the Hole of Pentient? Anybody know where the Hole of Pentient would be? Does it say on there where the location is the Hole of Pentient? Where's the Hole of Pentient? Found in Helltop? No, that's not it. Within Central Dry Steps. Okay. We need to find the Dry Steps. It's Scloston. That's the Dry Steps. This it? Okay, where's the closest waypoint I have to that? Over here. We'll try to fight that boss. I don't know if we're going to be necessarily successful, but it's worth a shot considering the level we're at. Maybe we'll get some good gear out of that too. My Necromancer, I need to do some transmogs. He looks like, or she, I should say, is really all over the place right now in terms of her design. Gotta make ourselves look more undead, so to speak, wolfies. Give ourselves some nice, like, gear. We'll do that after we handle this thing.
I cannot do that here.
Yeah, I know you can't do that here. God forbid you were able to do that. The horses feel like such a waste of I hope the horse didn't. See, that's what I tell you, like, in the area that you go to, sometimes you get, like, janked out. Which is why I try to avoid the horses, because I feel like it just, like, breaks the game. Because the horse goes faster than the game can load in, particularly. And then you get that weird, like, rubber banding that happens on the horse. Like, look at that. You see how, as I go to each area, how random it gets in trying to...
More time.
Okay. Let me dismount from this horse, because this horse is just driving me nuts. Can I break through there? No. Can I walk around here? I can't. This camera angle's, like, atrocious right now. What's the rubber banding ain't helping? I go up and around? Let's see. Okay, let's go to the Hole of the Pentient. I think the game just froze. You know, for all the credit that I give Diablo, that actually, yeah, guess what happened? Diablo is telling me it doesn't want to respond. It is frozen. Is this a sign? We can close and back in. Let's close the program. Because if not, I know what happens there, Wolfies. If we stay there as is, it's just going to be a pain in the butt. I'm thinking maybe we fight this boss and I might just, like, close up for the day. The Moonlight Brew. So this might be our last call. So if you want adult beverage, another one, or coffee perhaps, now is your chance to get it, because we will be closing most likely after I finish this last boss fight for the day. I would go a little bit longer, but I don't really feel the need to. Like, I've kind of done a lot of what I was mostly wanted to do today in terms of stream. Like, we could just grind another hour, I suppose, but I don't know. We'll see, depending on how the boss fight goes and how I'm feeling, but I don't want to drag things out too long today, per se. I hate when that freezes. Like, Diablo 4 has a tendency to freeze up quite a bit sometimes. Like, every so often you'll have a memory leak issue. which they should have fixed in this game, and they still haven't fixed that. But you know, they can sell some very expensive cosmetics because, God forbid, they spent less time selling us something or trying to sell something. I've never spent a dime in this game, and I don't intend to spend a dime in this game anytime soon. All right. The good thing is we don't have to wait on a ridiculously long queue to be able to play the game. Remember when the game first dropped, and even like the open betas, like, oh my god, there's one time I was waiting 3 hours just to get in the game to play it. You know, back then, the first open beta, the game looked amazing only because we played up to level 25. So you play the first act and you don't get to see how endgame was going to turn out in this. Which is kind of messed up. But now I'm more hesitant to jump on the bandwagon and buy games at a time. Like, I'm a Diablo fan. I've been playing, you know, since Diablo 2 days, but at least it was kind enough to spawn me right in front of you. Because we have to go all the way back to the beginning. Or not back to the beginning, but earlier into the map portion. That would be kind of annoyed. Let's see if we can fight this new boss. I think I've fought it before. I feel like I got slaughtered by it, but I was playing a different class when I fought it. I feel like the Necromancer might be pretty broken to... Game? Game? What the hell just happened? I have no idea what just happened there. I don't know if that's a lag spike because of the internet, or... I don't... Let's just go with it. It didn't kill me. I'm very confused as to what's happening right now. Be an internet spike. I'm hoping it was just an internet spike. It's obviously it's very hard to fight things like that when everything's imploding. I have to fight these guys to get to the next part? No. Alright, let's summon it. What's the worst that could happen here? I don't see him. Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the hell? That's how you start the fight off? I've never really fought it, so I don't know how it works. Oh, it looks like it's pretty easy to fight this guy, though. You're that... Are we really that broken in a build? That I can just hang back here and just say, nah, I'm good, fam? Are you supposed to do this to this boss? Oh god. Hold on a second, Wolfies. Oh my goodness. This thing is really this easy to take out? Or am I just that broken on my build right now? Eh? Was that supposed to happen, Wolfies? Wow. Whoa. We took that boss out like it was nothing. Blood Artisans. When you pick up 5 blood herbs, a free bone spear to spawn, dealing bonus damage. I don't have a use for that. Nice to have it, though, right? These are better pants than what I had. Well, I didn't think we were gonna one-shot the boss like that, Wolfies.
I need more time.
I didn't think that was gonna happen. I have to admit, I'm quite shocked that we one-shotted that boss as well, but I did say that was the power of this game, Wolfies, like with this build. This build is insanely good. Oh, 4 minutes. I think we'll do like a nightmare dungeon then, I guess, at this point, because I feel like no matter what we've done, we've pretty much running roughshod on everything. That's the problem too. At some point you get so powerful with your build that then it's like you don't really... Like there's only so many nightmare dungeons I can do in a 2-hour session where it's like I'm kind of bored. And I'm not necessarily bored, but I'm kind of at a point where it's like you're gonna just see me doing the same thing over and over again. So let's Barbarians have ways to become berserk. I've tried playing Barbarian in Diablo IV. I did not like it the 2 times I tried it so far. Because I like to play Whirlwind Barbarian, and they nerfed the crap out of that. And I like to play like with war cries and stuff, like how Diablo 3 does it. And I can't play it the way that I used to like to play it, so it's like, then it's not fun for me to class. I feel like every class should be viable. Every skill should be viable, kind of like how it is in Diablo 3. And like Diablo 4, not every skill is viable. Like, this is probably the best version of Necromancer that you can really play outside of Sever. And I don't play Sever because I just don't like melee builds in general. We just... Okay. That's a little bit of rubber banding, so I think we're gonna wrap it up after this nightmare dungeon. Don't push our luck. Oh!
I'm not ready.
I wasn't ready for that. Oh crap. What are they doing? Okay, let's move back. Maybe we're a little too aggro there, perhaps? Got that. What am I supposed to be doing here? Bring prisoners? Is that it? Okay. Free 5 prisoners still. Okay, that's fine. It looks like this might be a quick dungeon to do. Depending, let's see. And go here. Let's unlock this prisoner. You're safe. Thanks to the great and powerful category Jinro. You're a resident werewolf VTuber. Okay, let's go. Ah, cursed chest. I didn't like them when they were in Diablo 3. I don't like them in Diablo 4. Let's go. Uh-oh. Okay, we're still good. I better get some good loot for that, man. Okay, let's go. Nice, nice. Can pick up that sigil in a minute. Want to. Okay, good. Yeah, most things are not going to be able to kill me. Like, really, the only thing that can kill me is my own personal mistakes, and if I play too aggressively, which is kind of silly because my minions are there for that particular reason. Back here. Okay, good. Just gonna pop. Nice. I will say that enemies are getting a little bit more tanky. This dynamic scaling really kicks in hard in this game. Another thing I'm not truly a fan of, I don't want the enemies to be easy, but I don't want them to scale to my level, which eventually makes me feel less powerful. So that's not fun for the player. Let's open this. The other thing too is, like, I'm so tired just seeing a whole bunch of yellow loot that I'm not ever gonna use. But they gotta, I'm really hoping that this alleged Season 4 loot overhaul is truly amazing and brings, like, some interesting, great, like, uniques into the game. As well as, like, maybe, you know, like, what this game's really missing is, like, legendary set items. Or at least something along the lines of Ruin Words. Because right now it's just, like, most of the time you're waiting for a white to drop that hopefully you can use for your build. And the rest of the time you're just getting a whole bunch of yellows that you're going to put aspects on. That most of the time the yellows you're going to get are not going to be better than anything you have. So you're going to be, like, salvaging them. And the few yellows that you do get, you're just going to be swapping out whatever your build is in terms of the aspects. It's a very ill thought out loot system for a dungeon crawler game where you want to be able to have most of the loot feel meaningful and useful at all times. And they've been, like, with the loot overhaul, they're like, oh, we're going to reduce the amount of affixes and we're going to make it so that things are more streamlined. And, you know, it's great on paper, and you've been telling us these promises for a long time, right? You know, like, I need to actually see meaningful loot. Like, just changing things around in affixes and making less affixes, making the affixes that are currently on loots better. Like, it's a start, but, like, you need more uniques. More uniques for, like, when you're playing through World Tier 3. More uniques for, you know, obviously World Tier 4, because when you're at the end game, you want a ridiculous amount of different types of uniques and, you know, uber uniques so that you can kind of mess around with wide builds. Like, they need stuff to make builds more viable, like every build more viable. I feel like without having legendary set items, like Diablo 2 did and Diablo 3, more so Diablo 3, like, you just don't have enough depth in your loot system without, like, introducing a whole bunch of uniques that we can then, like, kind of be a synthetic fix for not having legendary set items, like, you know, and not adding like just 4 in every so often. That's like drip feeding thing, and nobody really, players hate. Hold that for a second. So this guy's kind of beefy. Players don't want you to drip feed them stuff. People don't like that. I don't personally like to be drip fed content. Like, I want you to give me a good amount of content all at the same time. It doesn't have to be everything, but it has to be unique. I feel like a lot of the stuff should be like for seasons. Like, there should be a lot of uniques that being introduced this season. Not like 3 or 4, or not like having 4 of the malignant rings come back one season and then like 4 of the vampire powers. You need more than that, you know. And they have a big enough dev team that they should be able to handle stuff of that nature, Wolfies, but I don't know. It's like every time they do something really good, like, I commend them for trying to make the game better, because, you know, it's not easy considering how flawed their design for the game is. Because, like, this just game was poorly designed, like, in execution. Like, on paper it looked good, but in the execution truly isn't. Is the end of the nightmare dungeon? No. Okay. Let's keep pushing. I think we're probably gonna have to fight a boss. Yeah, it looks like a boss. To be honest with you, I'm fine with that. I live for that. Let's go. Let's continue going here. Alright. Gotta step back. Let's take it. Well, watch out. That's AoE. A lot of AoE monsters. I don't want that. Man, that ring really just makes this build so much better. Especially with the way I have it all set up. Like, oh man. Like, the amount of damage that is dished out. And the minion buff is significant. Like, I thought at first it wasn't that significant. But, like, when I started messing around with the Paragon boards in particular, like, it's a big buff to minions. They feel better than what they did in Season 0 before they nerfed it. The other thing I like about the minions now is when you fight a world boss and let's say you die, you don't lose your minions, which I think is kind of important, because a big issue when you were in Season 0 and a little bit of Season 2 is like, you'd fight a world boss and you're playing like a minion bone spear build, and then what would happen? You wouldn't be able to like really truly do anything against the world bosses, because like they'd kill you and you couldn't summon your minions, and without your minions being like meat shields, so to speak, you would basically be chucking your bone spear and getting killed real easily. It destroys a lot of your power. Like, I feel like maybe the devs at least have figured out how to make Necromancer feel good. It's like right now it feels like nice and balanced-ish. You're not very strong in the beginning. It takes a long time for you to build up towards a decent amount of strength. You know, my only fear is that now that they're in a good place, they're going to start nerfing things again. It's like, my thing is like, I understand some nerfs have to happen because they just break the game way too much. But like, when you start taking things out, I hate to use the term like killing the fun, because I know a lot of people use that terminology in Diablo IV particularly. But like, a lot of the time, like, sometimes over nerfing thing isn't the issue. What you really want to do is like just try to buff things to make players want to play certain skills that they don't normally play. And that's kind of how you mitigate some of that stuff, because what happens is you nerf things because they're too powerful. People like playing those things because let's be honest, when you're playing a dungeon crawler, most people who play dungeon crawlers want to go for the most fast and efficient build because they're fun to play, and that you have fun playing as them. When you have a skill that's not fun to play, which then comes back down to like just inherently bad game design, because if you have skills that are not fun to play, that's, you either go back and rework those skills so that you find a way to play make them fun, or you have to go back and rework the loot to find like synergies and stuff to make those things that people would never touch feel fun. Which is what a lot of, I give credit to Diablo 3 got this right, because a lot of the times there'd be builds that weren't necessarily viable, and they would like change a regular yellow into a legendary or an ancient legendary. And those ancient legendaries would power up skills that weren't normally used in the game, and then would make certain builds in Diablo 3 I'm talking about more viable. And same thing with like Diablo 2. When Diablo 2 first came out, a lot of people were using the regular loot, right? But then they introduced the rune words. And when they introduced the rune words, it opened up the gateway to trying out a lot of different builds that weren't necessarily really viable before then. And yeah, in a way, it did also the rune wards kind of kill a couple things too, because then people obviously are all using the same most busted rune words for speedrunning. But what did the Diablo 2 devs do? They didn't go and nerf the rune words. All they did was, you know, continue to let the game play out how it is and let players have their fun. I feel like that's what the devs of Diablo 4 had to learn, that even when you create and introduce very broken stuff, the solution isn't that you just downright ban it. Or not ban it, but you downright nerf it into the ground so that the fun of said build is gone. You can nerf it in a way that will allow for it to still be fun and viable, just not overteam, right? Which is unfortunate, but I mean, I'm probably on my soapbox here preaching about this, but you know, that's truly how I feel with this type of stuff, Wolfers. Like, and trust me, I've been around a long time. I've seen what they do with Diablo 3 in terms of balancing is perfect. What they've done with Diablo 4 in terms of balancing is horrible. Just horrible balancing. Like, there's certain things, like the snapshotting thing, yeah, you gotta get rid of that, right? Because that's not fun and because it breaks the leaderboards. But remember that 90% of the leaderboard things are only gonna be people who are playing very, very late into the game in Diablo 4. Realistically, if you look at people that are level 100, there's not that many people. I think the page of the leaderboard was actually for the arena, or Gautlet as it's called, is actually pretty low. It's not really worth it. That was the end of the Nightmare Dungeon? I didn't think it was going to be that. Alright, well, let's just take out our enemy too. In case it gives me a decent enough drop, right? Can't pass up free loot.
My burden is great.
Alright, we're not going to continue in this dungeon. Okay, good job. Let's teleport out. And see what else we can do with this. Whew, that was an intense one. Wasn't hard, keep that in mind. It wasn't a hard dungeon. Just a very intense one. How much time do we got? I did call last call, right? Gonna go a little bit longer. I think we're gonna do like a 2.5 hour stream. Because I do want to grind a little bit more. Just a little bit more. I want to see how far we can get in terms of level, because I'm trying to get to level 70 as fast as possible, my little wolfies. So there's still stuff that I want to do. Just don't know if I'm going to have the time to do it at the moment. You know, we'll try a little bit more. A little bit more wolfies. Okay. I just wanted to check up on something. Let's continue here, wolfies. See how long we can go. Claim that skill. I had to respond to an email in the background. My apologies. 25 minutes for the next world boss. Be a kind of good way to end it on a world boss, right? What gear did we get? Oh, no. We want to keep that. Even though I'm not going to use it. We just want to get rid of the yellow. Net ring is not useful for me. Not useful. The shield, right? Yeah. Not useful. Not useful. Hold on to that. Let's see if we transmog our... Oh, wrong building. It's in the lower level. So we can make ourselves look a little bit better. Unless the game freezes. Okay, I was about to say if the game froze, I'd be pretty mad. We'll keep the home. Game. 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 Is it not loading them? Or are these... I don't feel like it's loading any of this stuff, right? Did we break it? Okay. Now it's working. That was so weird. We want something that looks very skeleton-like, right? Like the glorious tunic looks okay. Hide tunic, Coven's ring. Bone weave armor don't look necessarily bad. That looks kind of cool. We might do that. That's for this season. That looks terrible. Archon armor looks kind of cool. Let's check all our options first. Ooh, that looks really nice. We look kind of dead there. I like that look. Is that it? Yeah, not too many choices here, Wolfies. For that. Alright, I think we know what we're going to do here. That's fine. Okay, we got that. Let's take a look at our arms. Got something skeleton looking, that'd be kind of cool. That looks pretty decent, I think. Sovereign? No. Yeah, the artisan set looks terrible. That's okay if you have like a spellcaster, but ooh, those look good. I like the armband look on that. We're gonna get that. Trying to make ourselves look kind of cool. It's like some of this gear is like all over the place right now. Weathered boots, primal claws. Looks kind of cool. I like that. Let's roll with it. Okay. Last thing we need, good boots. Maybe primal boots if we have them. Sovereign boots? Sovereign boots look kind of cool. I think we had primal boots. Oh, we do. You know, I'm vibing with this look. I like it. Oh. Wait, it didn't save it? Oh, son of a monkey. Thank God I remember what the options were. So the gauntlets was artisans, right? Wasn't that one? Not artisan. Bone weave, right? No. Evans, Doom. Sorry, bear with me here. Exceptional gloves. That's the one I wanted. Apply. Thank you. This is easy because we went with the primal for that and the primal for the R1, right? So, be somewhere around here. Apply. Good. Get the boots. Where's the primal ones? Alright. Apply. Good. How do I save it? Confirm the look. Alright, there we go. We look like actually cool now. Check the item. Dragon shrine? I could change the look of this, right? That looks okay. This is the seasonal one? Should we use that? Yeah, no, that looks terrible. That looks a little bit more like a cool sight for him. That looks okay-ish. That looks nice too, I can't lie. Let's go with the seasonal one for now. And that's what we'll rock for now. I know, like, nobody's really gonna see that but me, but I kind of like transmogging stuff so it doesn't look like terrible. Let's, go through... Where is... That's right, he's down that way, right? Oop, wrong way. Gonna go down the stairs and get rid of some of the stuff. We'll do like 2 more nightmare dungeons if possible. I'm sorry if we stalled there for a little time. We didn't really stall per se. I'm just trying to get as much stuff done in the time frame that I have. 17 minutes to the boss. Okay. That should be more than enough time to do the nightmare dungeon. Just activate that. This is pretty much what endgame is in Diablo 4. You fight bosses by getting items to summon them. Grim favors, nightmare dungeons, abusing XP events whenever they bring them out, which is few and far between. Like, we're doing this with Mother's Blessing. If not, it would take a lot longer to level up as much as we have. That's why I'm trying to take advantage of the most right now, Wolfies. But man, this is... definitely becomes a bit of a grind fest this week. Wow. Is this the same one that we did before? It is. Well, wasn't expecting to do the same one again, but hey. Gave us decent-ish loot before, so... chances are I'll give us some decent loot again, right? One can only hope. And hate that I got caught on, gotta save the prisoners again, right? Hopefully they did a little bit more variety here in this particular dungeon. Okay. Wait on that. We're rubber banding again. Why is that? Server's getting kind of bogged down? I might end on it if that's the case. Alright. Let's continue this way if we can. Am I going to rubber band the whole way through? Because if not, we'll just back out and call it quits there. So I know it's not on my end, the internet. That's bad to deal with that in a Nightmare Dungeon. Because, you know, I have to be kind of precise with how I do my damage rotations. Game. Game, what's going on here, game? Game. Kind of concerned, game. And I picked... what in the world? Game? Game? Are we glitched? Game? Can I move, game? I am stuck. That's new. Enemies can't come to me, I can't come to them. Okay, that was weird. Game, don't do that again. That was real weird. Alright. Sorry about that, my apologies. I don't know what was going on. It wasn't the internet. It just the game was like, yeah, I don't feel like going through the dungeon anymore. Guess that was signed probably to wrap up, right? Okay, let's go. That's why in those situations there, it's like best to just kind of pause and wait for whatever to work itself out. Move back. Shoot. Okay, good. I mean, as you've seen, we kind of run roughshod through most things here. In fact, we're probably doing these things a lot quicker than what normally we would go through. Good. What is that? Okay. I had to be careful because I saw like this red glowing thing there. I was concerned that was going to one-shot us. I didn't read like what was the modifiers for this Nightmare Dungeon. I guess this is probably something dastardly. Okay. Good job. Let's go here. This is literally the same dungeon we just did. Hey. Watch out. Move back. That guy's trying to screw us up. Okay. Watch out. Ah, I'm sandwiched in here. How dare you? Okay. Okay. Let me do that. Just to get a little bit of shield here. Enemies are a little bit harder this time around. Again, dynamic scaling. Does it make you feel more powerful when things are doing damage to them? Who's screaming? You heard that scream? Where do you think they're from? Okay, let's go. Yeah, everything's gonna just get deleted at this point. Open that. One more prisoner. I'm thinking we hook back around towards the right. Oh my god, that guy just got up out of nowhere. You saw that? Freaking rose from the dead like the Undertaker. I wasn't expecting that. Good. Let's wait. Open sesame. That's pretty scary. Let me move back. I hate those rotating laser things. Hated them in Diablo 3. They're particularly annoying in Diablo 2. Or, not Diablo 2, Diablo 4. Like, really, really particularly. Okay, let's continue. Grind it out. Good. We wait and take care of some of these guys, because they're not going to let me open this. Okay, minions, do your thing while I saved the last prisoner. You're welcome, sir. Now get the hell out of here. The demons are all around you, sir. Looking that. Anything around this way? Gotta leave no stone unturned here, please. Okay, good. check that around. Looking pretty good right now. Decent amount of rotation there. Let's cut across. Ah, I gotta open the door to get through there, right? Yeah. Teehee. A little bit of trolling by the game, it's fine. There's a chest there. We're not gonna grab it until we get rid of his enemy. It's not gonna give us great loot either. Most of the stuff is not, like, amazing loot. Like you see, we're seeing a lot of blues and yellows. No whites. I want to see more white uniques, but usually you get that type of stuff at the end of a nightmare dungeon, not at the beginning. Or middle, I guess you could say, technically in the middle of it. Oh, I got hit by a trap. See, that was kind of fun because I didn't expect it. And it kind of, like, put me back into the frame of things. Let me just pick this up so I can just, like, get rid of it later. Alright, let's open the door. Travel to the feeding pit. And from there, pretty much we just profit. Man, I cannot stress how good that ring is, man. That ring has pretty much carried us with this build. For as long as it has, Wolfies. Alright. Shoot here. Go. Watch out. Okay, good. Shoot bone spears here. Alright, good. Still decent. I mean, you notice how most of the minions could just kind of clear everything for us. It wasn't my intention to make like an auto self-play type of build, but here we are, Wolfies. Just breaking the game. Not really breaking it, because it's not busted. I still got to do a lot of things. It's not truly auto-play like how I do things in Vampire Survivors, but still pretty good. And let's get rid of this corpse pile. Normally those things would take a long time to kill, right? But let's see. Did we kill it already? I was about to say whoever was there on me carrying some resources back. Okay, good. Gotta kill 2 more of those things here. Those slain bodies never really drop any good loot. It's so unfortunate. Let's take them out. Oh, back. I have a tendency to getting too aggro. You figure I wouldn't do that, but watch out. They're trying to like bum rush us here. Okay, we gotta take this thing out, right? Notice to remember that ring that I said where I just stand still for a couple seconds and I deal damage? It's so important. Cannot stress it. I'm taking some big hits. Let's wait. Gotta be careful because that thing will one-shot you. Pick up that sigil. Alright, there's one more bone pile. Where do you think it is? I think it's in the northern area of the map. Almost certainly the northern area. Okay, good. Cleared them out. Probably northern. I hope it's not southern, because then if not, we gotta go a whole bunch of backtracking, which I hate to backtrack in this game, man. I think it's northern, if I recall correctly. I don't have most of these dungeon map layouts memorized. Not like in my Diablo 3 days. Those I definitely had memorized with these. These not so much, because it's like... Oh, this is useful. Get I need the herb bone. Where's the herb bone thing, man? Deleting things really quickly. Is that a special chest? Okay. Well, one thing out of it, a legendary shield. Exactly what I was hoping to see, but hey, it's something. Can't be complaining. Still waiting for uniques to drop. Okay, let's go. Bye. Goodbye, goodbye. Okay, good. Okay, let's swing back towards the right-hand corner. Pretty sure that bone pile is going to be somewhere west of here at this point. Yeah, it's definitely west of here. It's literally in the same location it was before, right, Wolfies? Almost certainly. Let's continue to move up this way. Okay, good. Let's cut across. Yeah, it's definitely going to be westward. Almost certainly at this point. Let's take out that threat. Good. Let's grab. Yep, it was westward. Southwest. Not to confuse with Kanye West, right? Okay. That was a bad joke. And for that, I would apologize if I was sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, let's go. Well, that was it. We got another Deathless Visage. That's actually great. Actually wanted it, you know, for my necromancer. For when the season ends.
Bags are full.
That was perfect. We did... Right? We can't do any more here? No, we can't. That was good. Nice, nice, nice. So my necromancer is going to get a little bit geared up too. It still needs to ring though, to be able to truly flourish in where it is. Whew. It's hot here today. All right. I know I have a Desolate Visage. I know what it looks like. Yep. Not as good as the last one, but for another character that doesn't have it, it would be perfect. We got some good loot again today. That's good. I don't need the shield. Again, most of these yellows at this point are like of no use to us. Most of the stuff is going to be of no use to us. Alright, let's go to the merchant. We've got in a couple of whites today too, so that's a plus. At least 2 during this stream.
Good
Okay,
salvage.
those 2, we don't want to delete them. So we're going to put them into the area over here. I got a little lost. I'm like looking at the map and it's such a tiny little mini map here. Put them into wrong side. Go up this way. We'll put them into the chest area, right? Okay, good. Let's move over. Oh wait, wrong one. Sorry about that. Okay, move these 2 in here because I don't want to get rid of that. How much time before the world boss? 4 minutes to the world boss. So I think we'll fight the world boss because that'll give us a level up and then we'll end for the day. Where's the world boss on the map though? Because that has a tendency to get lost too. What's the world boss? No. I wish they would make it easier to find where the world boss is. It's here, right? Okay. My closest overlook up. Okay. I hate the fact that the overlook is not necessarily the closest area to go for it. But it's something. So we'll do the world boss and then we'll just wrap up. We did just about everything we could potentially. We got really good loot again. We got on our Deathless Visage. So as far as our luck is concerned, we're probably not going to see another white if I were to do like another nightmare dungeon or 2. It seems like we get 1 unique about every hour. Has been our luck because we've been playing about 2 hours and change. But I think that's about as much as we're going to be able to press our luck.
Not while I'm in town.
So I think it's good. We'll finish on just fighting a world boss. And then I would have basically done as much as you really do in terms of end game. Because we fought like a special boss. We did some nightmare dungeon runs. I did a Helltide this stream. And now we'll do the world boss. You notice how I'm not trying to like go in too quickly because the game like lags the hell out. Oh, this does not look like the world boss I like to fight. Is there only 1 person here? We can't freeman this, it would be bad. We're not going to be able to do that. This is not looking promising for a world boss. It's only 3 of us? 4 of us? How many? 1, 2... That's a level 74 doing this world boss? Interesting. 74 might be able to carry depending on the gear. Level 69 could potentially too. Level 47 is very concerning along with the level 58. We'll just wait around 2 more minutes here. And then we'll pretty much kill it. Hopefully be successful. And then we'll wrap for the day. Not actually wrap, like... My name is Katagiri and I'm here to say... I don't even know the rest of the lyrics I would fill out there, Wolfies. We had some fun though. We did some good grinding. Good work was done today. And we even did a bit of a mini guide in here. Actually, that can edit out and put up on YouTube, so... Any day now. Any day now, Mr. World Boss. hope it's not a Shava, though, because I freaking hate a Shava. I remember when a Shava was freaking gatekeeping in the very beginning of the game. Like, right during the second beta, where if you did kill Shava, you get, like, a special little flag thing that really didn't matter too much to the actual game. Come on. Come on. Show yourself, boss. I hate waiting for the world bosses, and I kind of dragged out stuff so we wouldn't have to be waiting here as long as I thought originally we were going to. Any day now. I know once we kill this boss, we're definitely hitting a level up, too. That's why I was like, one more level up for the day. Because I think we hit, like, at least 2 on stream today, maybe 3. I think 2 was what we did on stream. So, we'll see. Just waiting in the mist here. This feels like it's a Shava. Well, we'll know in about 30 seconds, Wolfies. Does it say which boss it is? That's a Shava? Ah, crap. Do I have, like, poison potions? I'm not gonna have time to do it anyway. Any potions? Any potions? I haven't any potions because I have nothing but sigils. Well, this is gonna be fun. The Shava we could kind of like hide behind the butt and we'll be safe-ish. Depending. Is it a Shava? I've never seen this one before. I don't know his pattern. Oh crap. I've never seen this one. I've never seen this world boss. That's just new to me. I've never seen that. I don't play that much Diablo 4, especially world bosses, man. Oh my god. Watch out. Ooh, he threw me back, but...
I need more essence.
Alright, let's wait. Oh, you got a beam attack? Oh crap. This guy is pretty cool for a boss. Alright. Shout. Holy crap, this guy is... This guy is rough. I'm trying. I'm like trying to push his head down. I'm not like... Watch out, that looks bad. Yeah, that does. At least he's not that hard to fight. He does give you like telltale signs, right? Me wait. Yeah. Oh man. I'm careful because I know he's got those beam attacks. We saw those beam attacks before. Come on, clutch. Watch out. Move away. I don't trust him. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. That is a fun attack. I can't lie. This might be the coolest world boss I've seen in Diablo. What was his name? Oh, he's going into desperation mode. It still hasn't killed me. We have a good team too. This is a pretty good team. Let me wait on that. Yeah, so like one-shot attacks. Let's go, baby. I never got killed by the world boss. So if you ever wanted to know whether I was good or bad at this game, that's your proof, man. We got crap loot for it, but that's my proof that I'm good. GG. GG, GG. Let's cheer.
Impressive.
Let's also thank them.
Thank you.
Well, nobody else wants to say thank you? Well, what made we carried?
For our roads to part.
Yeah. All right, there's one person I was about to say, because we carried that team. Between me and the level 74, we carried that so hard. Proof that I'm a skilled Diablo player. That was a world boss. I've never fought that world boss. I didn't know its pattern. I didn't get killed once during that fight. It was a fun one, though. That was actually one of the more fun world bosses that I've definitely fought in this game. Alright. What do we get for our troubles? Probably crap, right? Yeah. Maybe, but probably not. Alright, let's open the cachet. Hopefully it'll give us something good in there. Is that it? Oh.
I cannot carry more.
The nightmare sigil I can't carry. That's it? That's what you gave me, game? That's it, game? Went through all that trouble and fought one and... I'm mad. I'm pretty mad about that. That was... Well, at least we got a free cosmetic thingy, right? Let's claim the mount trophy. Next free thing is the smoldering ash, but we're not going to do that today. And then the free portal. I think that free portal should be the last technically free cosmetic available for the season. Yeah, it's the last free cosmetic because their thing is the Tire of the Vault Keeper. I mean, we made generally good strides today. We didn't hit the level up though. Let's go kill something real quick for that level up. Because I want to at least end on an actual level up. I'll do something easy back at Kovashad. I really thought we would have more XP from the boss. Surprising. I mean, this far into where we are in the world tier, we're not going to necessarily get like amazing loot. It's just kind of how it is, Wolfies. We had fun though. I'd say this was probably one of the more fun Diablo IV streams we've had. Because now that we got the loot, it took so long for us, like 3 different playthroughs. And I also grinded offline, keep that in mind. So I might have invested, I don't know, for the season, probably I've dumped at least a good 50 to 60 hours so far. Will I see level 100 before the main end day? Probably not. Because I just have too many commitments that I can't.
Not while I'm in
You know, I play multiple games, constantly creating content because we do content at least 5 days out of a week. So, you know, it's not as simplistic as I'd like it to be in terms of certain things. Alright. Get rid of that. Horsey. Hello. I just need a quick level up. Okay, I know what we're looking for already. Okay, let's do this. Good. There's a lot of things we can do here. Man, this build is so busted now. Like, we went from struggling in certain areas to, like, super powerful. Gotta love it. Let's go. Get rid of that. Nicey, nicey. Go down this way. Take out that. I know there was something there. You could just kind of hear from far away. Grip that. Go down here. It's probably like a dead thing that you have to activate to create a ritual. Ravage corpse. Okay. We're gonna start summoning. I think once we kill these things, see that level up pretty soon. Okay, let's take care of that. Good. Nice. Let's take care of that. Nice. We're still at the major boss. Summon that guardian already. Good. Yep, hit the level up. Okay, we pretty much hit our goal for the end now. That. Watch out, because that's a 4-way shoot. Very good. Alright, nice. Should we just do the group favors that are here? It's not going to take me too much time to do that, Wolfies. We'll do a group favors. Then we'll really have completely did everything that you would do in an endgame activity for the stream. Alright, we'll do that. I kind of like that idea. And because I might not stream on one of the days I have advertised, I got a little bit longer of a stream today to make up for it. Alright. So, world event over there. Good. Take a look here. Okay. It's a blood sacrifice here, right? Yeah. Oh, this is good because I can have my minions do that while I just take out their effects too. It's a pretty easy one to do. Look at this. My minions are so clutching this, man. Gotta love when a build finally comes together the way it's supposed to. You know? At its core, Diablo IV still has some fun in terms of, like, when you really get into your build and you commit to a thing. I just wish, like, the gameplay was more thrilling and the dungeons were more interesting, particularly the loot. Like, because I'm just basically going to keep recycling the same build and the same aspects for, like, my rest of the time that I play the game. Go up this way. Take that out. Use corpse explosion there. Okay. Good job. Watch out. Watch out. Okay. Nice. That was good. I don't need any of those items though. They're kind of chunky. Let's see. What's the next one? It's another event down this way. How many of these events are popped up? This a seller one? The seller ones are always easy to do. So that should be no problem. You notice how now, like, the H... It's taking a lot longer for XP to summon. Oh, it's one of these? Okay. It's two. Take care of these frats. Nice. Very easy room favors to do. Oh, I thought the minion took it out already. I'm waiting for the rest of the things to spawn. Like, not today. Good job. Come on, take them out, minions. Get them done. Give them the business, so to speak. Alright, you're easy to take out, bro. Peace out. Good job. Okay, who's next? Let's do this one next. I try to avoid doing the nightmare dungeon, because it's just gonna take a long time. I mean, if we have to in the area, we'll do it, but necessarily, if I could avoid having to do that, I will. Take care of these guys first. Give me something good? No, you dropped crap. Why are you making me so sad, game? Why are you making me sad? I can't complain. Like, I'm trying to get greedy here. I got so many good uniques that drop. Like, not necessarily good, but they're uniques. Like, I wasn't seeing uniques before, now I'm starting to see. Alright, let's take these guys out. Look at the amount of vulnerable damage that we're doing, bro. Okay, good. Nice. Let's do Bone Spear. From here, we just kind of stand still, because the way I had the build setup, we're just going to delete everything, literally. Like, nothing really at this point on this tier is a threat to us. Only the stuff in 1 tier 4 would be pretty much an ample threat, so to speak. You know, let's take these guys out. Like, they can't even come to me because I'm just, like, running roughshod on them all. Peace out. There's another group of them piled up this way. Let's take them out. Hello. Housekeeping. Housekeeping. Alright, good. Goodbye. Little mini boss summon. Like, oh, you got 56 seconds to kill it. Don't worry. That's not going to be a problem, sir. Alright. Use that. Peace out. Too easy. Let's not die, though, flexing. Alright, Topaz. We could do this one, and that'll give us what we need to do the Grim Favor cachet. Alright, let's go through here. Up it around, take them out. We'll probably get another paradigm point before we end. Most likely, because that's getting close to hitting that mini level up, so to speak. That's good. Let's cut through here and pick up the bitter berries, because I might need them. For crafting materials, let's touch this chest. Not really good amount of loot there, but that's fine. Were we here before? We were. Well, we literally came full circle, so to speak. Alright, let's cut across here and do this, and then this is the last call, Wolfies. So, after we get this Grim Favor done and we go get whatever cachet we're gonna get, the Moonlight Brew will be closing. We did go into extra overtime today, because just kind of felt like playing a little bit longer. And for people who don't normally watch like Diablo IV, you can kind of get a feel for what like endgame is. I know a lot of people are down on the game. I kind of down on it a little bit too myself. I am guilty of that. But, you know, I feel like there's some changes that have been made that are okay. I wish some of them weren't relegated to just seasonal changes. You have to partake in the season to really understand. Because not everybody really wants to keep remaking a character. I like dungeon crawls or something, and I will tell you the same thing. I like to constantly play seasons depending on if the seasons are good. But there are times like Diablo 3 where I don't want to play season. I'll just like do non-seasonal content. I don't feel like I'm like forced to play a season. just to like level up characters, as opposed to Diablo 4, where I feel like they're holding good guns to your head half the time, just trying to like force you to play the season just to get like a little bit of extra XP, and then like constantly remaking the characters. Once you go through all the classes and you have your builds that you've set up, I'm getting close to that actually now. Like season 4, I'll probably do Rogue unless I want to go. Unless I want to go like Barbarian, but unless like Barbarian picks a Whirlwind, I'm less inclined to do that. So, you know, there's things. Like I only have like Rogue left really, which is the only class I can play because I already got my Druid situated.
It is done.
Alright, one-handed weapon. Let's try to get it. Because there's one particular thing I've been looking for. How many? We have 10 Paragon points? Holy crap. Okay, add that. The next thing here I can buy. Oh, there's so many options here, Wolfies. I think we'll go here. Essence on kill. That could be quite useful for us. Alright. Power up the intelligence as much as possible. How many points we got left? 5, right? I don't think we'll make it. Maybe we will. Darn. Yeah, we're gonna miss it. But on the plus side, we're right near it, so it's something, Wolfies. We're gonna be more buffed up. Alright, let's get rid of this stuff. None of it's particularly useful. Is that it? Oh, I gotta say, like, if I don't see actual rare loot there.
My bags are full.
Gurgling hand. Hold up. Hold up. I saw gurgling hand. Do we drop it? Oh, gurgling head. Thought it was the hand. I was like, oh, we could do that boss before we go. I'm trying to keep making excuses. We're supposed to end at this point, Wolfies. Alright. Let's go get rid of this loot at the salvager. Is there a purveyor of curiosities around here too? No, there's not. I want to roll at the purveyor for a while. For this.
The forge is always hot.
Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Definitely don't need that. Let's get rid of that. I don't have to repair anything because I don't really die, as you've seen. Let's go to Kovashad a minute. Because that's the closest purveyor of curiosities, however you pronounce that. And then from there, we'll pretty much wrap. Because how much time have we been going for right now at this point? 2 hours and 38 minutes. Wow. We went a little bit longer than I was expecting. I'm not going to go the full 3 hours. I am getting a little tired, per se. Even though we're close to it, right? Should we do one more just to round it out to 3 hours? We'll see. Let's see what we got in terms of here. I need... Where's the gloves? I don't think we'll get it from here. It's really rare that you'll get.
Very nice.
Get some Edgemaster gloves. Nope. Didn't get anything good there. I mean, it's a risk that you take when you try to roll that stuff. Usually not good. It was a risk. Was it worth the reward? Not really. But hey, we didn't know unless we tried, right? Got across here. Let's go here. Junk. I think we have time for one more nightmare dungeon before we wrap, because we're almost at 3 hours anyway, right? 20 minutes away from it. Alright. You're getting a little extra. We'll go to 3 hours. I will pop one more nightmare dungeon key, but not that one. I need a different one, not Serpent's Lair. Let's go with this one. Just something different, because I'm tired of doing the same dungeon. We did like that same dungeon 2 or 3 times already. So we'll do this. This should take us about, I don't know, a good 8 minutes or so. And then we'll go into just chatting. I'll chat about what originally is planned left for the week. And then from there, we'll say our goodbyes. So, you know, drink your last beer, gobble down your coffee. If you have a cookie, chomp it down, because the Moonlight Brew is close to closing. Into overtime. Rare that you get me to do a 3-hour stream. You got me to do 2 3-hour streams this week, Wolfies. This is not really what I was expecting to do, but we'll do it. We close out here. It's gonna take us like 8 minutes anyway, right? Alright, good. Let's cut across. Nice. Shoot. I feel like this is the same dungeon though, is it not? It's just the levels lower. It is literally the same dungeon we've been doing. Holy crap, game. Are you trolling me, game? It really is trolling me with that, man. The same exact dungeon we've done. It's just a lower level. If that were the case, I would have done the level 13 shenanigans. Alright. Well, at least we know the direction to go in, right? Speedrun the dungeon, then. I wasn't expecting that. That is like some tomfoolery at its finest. Alright, let's go. Nice. We're good. Wait. Take out the fret. You know already. This is pretty much auto-playing itself. This might have been the best way to go about it. I hate getting crowd controlled, I swear. It's the most annoying thing in this game. Alright, let's go there. Good. Let's open the door. Hello, housekeeping. Okay, good. Another one bites the dust. Good. We might, in theory, even be able to speedrun this Nightmare Dungeon just because I kind of... Hey! Wow, that did a lot more damage than I thought I was going to do. He was waiting. He was definitely waiting. Alright, let's open. Open sesame, open salami, open swarmy. I don't know. Alright. I don't really feel like we're going to get any good loot, but let me take the angel breast because you never know when you might need them later on. Well, let's just cut here. There's another one up here. Hello? Oh, rubber banding. That's fine. If I knew it was going to rubber band like that, I guarantee we would have stopped where we were. Servers in this game sometimes, man. Okay, let's go. Hi. Bye. Left through here. Hi. Open the cage. Prisoner. How many left? 2? Definitely northward here. Door. Hi. Game. What are you doing, game? Game's getting tired too now. It's probably like, you've been grinding in this for enough, mister. It's time to like go do something else. Alright. Fine. Take out the frets before we get the person in the trapped jail cell, because I feel like I normally trust my minions, but lately they've kind of been slacking off a little. Despite the fact that I got that most amazing ring right now. Alright, let's cut through here. Bye. Hello. Goodbye. Alright, good. Let's cut across. Hello. Oh, hello. Nice. One more up there. That was a good route to take. I felt like we found a faster route than what we normally do. Usually we have to do a little bit of backtracking. That was a better route to take for this particular dungeon run. Well, after doing it like 3 or 4 times, right? You would know which nightmare dungeon you're doing at that point. Like, if you don't remember the layout at that point, that would be something, would it not? Alright, let's take care of you. That's a vampire, right? Need the key. Great, now we can open the door. Cut across this way. Alright. Chest. Don't need anything. Definitely don't need blue. Let me get the gold. We have a lot of gold though, so we don't necessarily need it either, Wolfies. Keep that in mind. Like there's so much gold, and I haven't really with this build, there's no reason for me to respec. Go this way. Get sesame. Okay, good. Let's take these things out. Nice. Alright. Is there enemies we still have to kill here? Yeah, because it won't open the door until I get rid of Executioner, right? Alright, we got a title here. We destroyed cannibals. I mean, no one likes cannibals, right? Cannibalism's bad anyway. Alright. Good job. Nice. Good. Let's wait. Might use a corpse tendril here because they're bunched up a little too much. Like, I actually cast it as that, so I'm gonna let the ring decide for me. Alright. That was really cool for my end. I don't know about you guys, Wolfers. All right, let's go. This is the bone area, right? Let's take out this one here over. I think there was one over here, right? No, it was upward. That's right, upward. I can't pick up any of these potions because... Alright. Correction. I can pick up one of those potions, apparently. Let's use it, though. You're probably like, why can't Gary? We need the experience boost, because the last one I popped was a very long time ago. So now I want to, you know, get a run back, get a little bit more extra XP for our troubles here, Wolfies. We're almost done, too. Once we finish these things, it's pretty much the dungeon's finished. Alright. Yeah, wow. My minions, man. My minions are coming in clutch. Ooh, such a good build right now, Wolfies. It's so fun to play this build right now, the way it is. Okay, good. Got up here. Yeah, we definitely speed ran this quite a bit. Okay, let me take out this guy here, vulnerable. Yeah. Okay, good. Go. Attack. Watch out. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Okay. I'm saying watch out because look at the AoE over there. You see the flame? If you stand in the middle of that, that's a one-shot. I think he's going to be up towards the left. The bone thing, because it was the last time, right? I guess wrong. No, I'm not perfect. No one is, right, Wolfies? Maybe north? West? Potentially? Thinking probably, right? I mean, if I were going to put it tucked away in a corner, that would probably be the best corner to tuck it in. Yeah, it's definitely this way. You know why? Look at all the amount of opposition we're facing right here, Wolfie. A lot of opposition. Use blood surge here in a minute. I hate those beam things. That's why I do it. Alright, that's a sigil. I can't pick it up. I'm full up on sigils at the moment. Go. Goodbye. Sayonara, suckers. Goodbye. Let's go straight. Picking northward. Oh, I'm getting cramped up too, so we're definitely ending now. Give me 1 second, Wolfies. I have to fix my leg, so I'm not going to open that door just yet. My legs are getting tired the way I was sitting. Alright. I don't want to get a leg cramp. That would be pretty bad. I don't think we opened that door, but if the game says we did that, I'm going to assume the game is right. You know, clearly I didn't open the door, neither did any of my minions. Alright, good. Go. Oh, watch out. You know what hit me there? The lasers. The laser beam things. What's up? I don't have a use for any of that gold gear at this point. Let's grab that. Oh, well. We just broke the shred. When I find that earthing, it's over. Big time over. Where is the thing that I'm looking for to kill? I feel like it should be around here. Yeah, it is. Do this. Ah, that was unfortunate. Right when it doesn't matter. This thing's about to die. It's not going to survive that. Yep. No good loot that time. That's unfortunate. I mean, we can't complain. We got a lot of whites, and we got a lot of uniques, I should say. Can't get any more loot. Like, at that point, we're gonna be greedy. Or cruel. Exploit. I should have done it in Reanimator. Fine. What do we get? Crap, 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 crap. Crap, crap, crap. 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 You know, it's a theme here. Crap. Crap. Keep that. Crap. 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 Well, that wasn't a great run. We got some stuff leveled up, but we hit the level up so we could hit the skill thing, but that's pretty much what we're going to call it here. I'm tired. We went 2 hours and 49 minutes. I'll take you back into just chatting in a second. Once we get rid of this gear, because I don't want to kind of walk around with it at this point. That is Uber Duriel. In order to fight him, you got to be at level 100, and then you have to do certain things to summon him. We can't do him, unfortunately, on World Tier 3. Again, he's like a super endgame activity. So, let's just take this down here, the stairs. And that's it. We are done for the day in Diablo. was fun. I will admit, it was a pretty fun session in Diablo 4. They're not always going to be fun. They're not always going to be like that. Obviously, there's an excessive amount of grinding. Let's go reinvigorate here. Alright. That should help quite a bit. I think that's really it. Yeah. I'm having more paragon. Alright. Well then, my little wolfies, let's check here, see if we could get anything done. No. Next tier is quite a while away. Alright. Well then, in that sense, go into options. Takes a while sometimes. This menu is like so laggy, it's not even funny. Game. Game. Okay. Notice I told you it's like laggy. Alright. That's my guild, by the way, in case any of you want to join. You are allowed to join the Rights of Dread. Just simply kick it out there. Put in a join request. ROD, Rights of Dread, and you can join, and whenever I'm on, you can hunt with me, grind with me during this game. Alright. Don't want to go in the shop. I'm not going to buy cosmetics, like, no Diablo. Leave gate. Alright. Well, that's doing its thing in the background. Let's do our thing. Alright, Wolfies, that is it for today. Diablo 4. We had a fun time. Very broken build now that we have with the Corpse Explosion, Bone Spear, Necromancer build with the minions. Minions are a lot better. The ring is really what makes the build possible, as well as the Death's Visage. I'm glad I got an extra one because I need it for my non-seasonal character. Maybe if I continue to use the non-seasonal male Necromancer, Corbin. I don't know if I will, though, because, like, if I get this Necromancer to a very high level, there's no point to play another Necromancer, because I already got the one that I necessarily need. Let's take a look at the schedule. I did change it up a little bit. So, Tuesday we played Baldur's Gate 3. Wednesday we played Batman Arkham City. Thursday we played Monster Hunter Rise. Today was a Friday Diablo 4 stream. 3 hours of it. So, that is quite impressive. I think tomorrow we'll do Sukia game. Tentatively, if not, it might just be a very short week. I'm not 100% sure just yet. I will let you guys know on social media. I'm thinking, though, Sukia game, 9 a.m. Stardew, we played it last week, so we'll push it back for another week, and that'll be pretty much be the lineup. So it's kind of good. We had a lot of variety. We had Baldur's Gate 3, we had Batman Arkham City, we had Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, Diablo 4, and you got a cozy game of me raging at a puzzle game because I can't make watermelons, in Sukia game. That is tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern instead of Stardew Valley. So that's how we're going to handle the schedule for this week, my little wolfies. Anyway, with that being said, it is definitely time for us to go. So as the saying goes at the Moonlight Brew, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. I will see you all tomorrow morning for Sukia game. Have a great rest of your evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you back here tomorrow morning for a lot of face palming with puzzle games.